surprised that I'd gotten 2 bags of, I guess, Hispanically oriented candy. It did have the Dia de los Muertos stuff all over it. But, but it wasn't until this one little girl goes, "Is this spicy?" And I'm like, "What?" And it was chewy mango nerds. I was like, "Oh my god." She's like, "I don't like spicy." I'm like, "Yeah, no, I totally understand." Then I looked at it, I was like, "Oh geez." I was like, it was guava, Laffy Taffy, guava and pineapple, Laffy Taffy, and then mango nerds. They were interesting. So I tasted them. I was like, they were too hot, but oh dear. I hope kids are reading these boxes.
Hey man, thanks for listening. Go fuck yourself. Ellis. Moose Knuckle. Red the Dragon. Night Danger. Canada. Uncircumcised. Philanthropy. Stupid stuff. Supercross. Hey. Nipple. Machete. Fashion. A scintillating bloodbath. A hellacious fury. Evil. Cannabis. Interesting thing. Awesome. Radio. Keep your mouth shut. Baby. Baby. I tried to beat my butt. Jason Ellis. Angela Dan. Michael Tully. Well, puke on my dick. Andrew Groove. I am a giant. Kevin Kraft. I swear I am normally a very gassy man. And Will Pendarvis. Fuck yeah, I'm Will Pendarvis. Live from Hollywood. This is the Jason Ellis Show.
That's fucking weird. Welcome to the show. It's the Jason Ellis Show. It's a big fucking fat show. Big fucking fat dick show. And big fat dicks are not for everybody. Sure, everyone says it's cool to have a big fat dick, but not all pussies can handle big fat dicks. So you think it's super cool to be a big fat dick? Yeah, maybe it is pretty cool, but it's not for everyone. Some people might not appreciate a big fat dick. So if you're not into big ones, maybe you should change the fucking channel, you little pussy. I'm sorry. I just said big fat and I don't know, I got pumped. You can listen. I'm joking. I don't even know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying, Jude?
I got a medium dick.
Yeah. Medium dicks are cool. Wow.
That medium dick.
Nobody makes any buttons for me, huh? They're not funny. Because that's just like, you're going to say it again after, like, 10 seconds later anyway. So we're not, do we really need to record it? Of course I need a big fat dick or a medium dick. Of course I do.
Who doesn't?
Well, that's probably, a question that some people would disagree, and that's cool. I'm just doing shows. I did a show right before I did this show.
What show you do?
The Ellistronics podcast. You should do it.
I'm down.
But I didn't do it last night because I got this weird Nashville thing going on in my life where I got up at 3 a.m. to get on a plane. And then I did the show here yesterday and I couldn't go to sleep. And then I went out to some party for an hour and just was like the saddest dude there. And then I left and went to sleep. And now I'm like, oh shit, I didn't do the podcast last night. So then I did it this morning. And then I gotta do this. And then today's the day. This is the TV show pitch day. So hopefully,
I think you should leave with that whole big fat dick thing.
to them.
Yeah, just bring them that.
Listen!
Just hit play on the tape
Oh.
with that playing and look at them.
Andrew, can you get me what I just said? And I can just play it on my phone at the meeting today? What? Wait, are you joking, Jude? Because I'm serious. I'm every other time I try to remember the last time I pitched a TV show was with Bam Margera and Tony Hawk. And I'm like, it's with Dick House Productions, it's Bam Margera and Tony Hawk and my shitty ass. We're gonna get a show, man.
Yeah.
Like, we're gonna get a show. And I got all dressed up. I think I did Tully, you know, when you get ready for Ellis Mania, so you're looking for selfies.
Yes.
Like, I got in shape to pitch a fucking TV show. I was that serious. And Bam was just sitting there on his phone texting people, and he had some like bimbo with him. Tony Hawk didn't go because he was busy doing some other thing, and I was just like, man, nobody even gives a fuck. Like, and it's just, they're like, man, we don't really like this, or we don't like that, and we like you though. And I'm like, man. So this time, because I've tried so many, I remember going in. Remember I told the story the other day where I did the crystal meth in the light bulb, and then I did the TV audition for MTV, and I had my finger on my chest because my heart was beating so hard because the meth hadn't worn off yet. And I was like doing an audition to be like a host for some MTV thing, and it says blah 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 blah, and I'm like, I'm gonna fucking die right now auditioning for this shitty show. And then I saw Rick Thorne, I'm like, we're fucking both not getting this, and I was right. So, but this time I don't fucking care. I just want it to be over.
Who are you pitching to?
Viceland.
Oh, that's a good look.
I know, but I'm just saying if it doesn't pick it up, then that's cool. I'll do this because I got a YouTube video channel, a YouTube show that potentially was gonna do if the TV show doesn't work. So, and it's with those Hoonigan guys. So that means that because they're super good at what they do, so I would just have to sit there and look pretty, not do all the edit. You know, I mean, their editing and shit is they're the kind of guys like famous YouTube celebrities. I noticed their editing skills kind of make them cooler than. That's kind of like the thing you like about it without even realizing it. Because they're really kind of dull people. But if you edit so there's no breath in between, it's just like, make it, and you just chop it.
Yeah.
That seems to be like a thing that kids enjoy.
Yeah, it's made for a whole nother generation.
Right? Because you're the whole time I'm thinking, what is this? And why does it have this many views?
Jump cut.
Yeah, a girl. This is me with no makeup on. Did it. Fuck off. So... yeah, so I figured I woke up and I was like still pretty tired, and I jumped in the jacuzzi and tried to wipe the makeup off my face because I had makeup on last night to go to Halloween because Katie had makeup on. She's like, you want some?
It's Halloween. I forgot.
Yeah. So I rubbed it out and then I had a shower and I rubbed it out in my eyes, and there's still a little bit on there, but I had to. It was either eat, get that out, or do the podcast. So I chose to do the podcast. Because Katie's got to do shit. So I did the podcast and I haven't eaten, and so now I have like kind of weird makeup on crookedly, and so I thought I'll just put the wig on as well.
I can't see any makeup.
Well, maybe I got it all off. I don't know.
You just showed me your eyes.
Did I not have any makeup on them?
I don't know. I could take a swim in them.
Maybe a little smokier than usual.
Fuck. Get it. Oh, shit. So, anyway, I'm just going to be like, look, here's the deal. Andrew gives me the thing, and I press it. And then everybody around me goes, what are you doing? Relax, I got this.
You should play it off a cassette.
That's
Go
Like,
in
hold it up.
Well, I was gonna say just go in there with like a little like the things that like doctors or lawyers used to dictate into, like a little like a 5x8 inch kind of thing, and just put it down on the table and then press your low bias cassette and play.
I can't do that, but it's after the show.
And then
they sell them at Kmart up the road.
But then how do you record? Wait, then you just press record on the.
Then you would play
from
the
my phone to that,
show, onto a cassette.
Yeah.
No, not a micro cassette recorder, a cassette player.
Old school cassette boards like they used to have at school and shit.
Yeah.
And then
the only place I could find them, I mean, I'm sure you can find them online. That's what I'm talking about. That's the micro cassette.
Like 4 over,
you child.
5 over.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, I got that at my house.
Yeah, that would be the one. And then beat it with a hammer when it's done.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh! Okay, because I wasn't too sure about this idea, but the beating with the hammer, that is... Oh! That's brilliant. Damn it! I could get a speaker, though. I could get a speaker on the way to the...
You can play it off your phone and then destroy your phone. That'd make
I was thinking about that, but then I was like, what about if
I...
what about if I buy a speaker?
You got Apple Care. You'll find. Yeah, just bring it back.
And then smash the speaker.
That's pretty good, too.
And then I could have it, because if it's connected to the speaker, you could play it from your pocket. So the speaker just starts playing it as you walk in.
I like that.
But it's got to be a speaker that can smash. I don't want to smash it and then like plastic flies off and hits one of the people in the face or something.
If it does,
maybe that's a bad idea to smash it.
If it does, you can't apologize. You just have to
Definitely,
go with
yeah.
it.
What about a real little one? What about a real little speaker? And I fucking, after it says it, I swallow it.
That's pretty good. And then sit around till you poop it out in front of them.
You might be able to swallow it, but you're never going to pass it.
Hey, Cool Beans, do you have Katie's number? Can you give her your email? She likes you.
Who's Cool Beans?
That's Kamtad's band name.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. There's Hate Bean and Cool Beans.
Damn.
You don't know about Cool Beans?
I don't know about a lot.
You haven't caught a couple of Cool Bean riffs?
Pretty dumb.
I don't know about being pretty dumb. I just figured... I mean, you're aware of Hate Bean, yeah?
Never heard of them.
Okay, now you're just fucking with me.
No, I got Hate Beans album.
Right. So I guess there was a couple of Cool Bean songs. Do we have Cool Bean songs? Yeah? Where are they? Some of the other hits. As in left. Oh, here we go.
Traditional left.
American left.
Wow.
That just gets better and better, that song. I forgot. I'm like, man, this is not that good. And then, fuck, man, it's got a thing. So that's just a taste of Cool Beans.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's something special.
Man, Cleaver and Your Beaver is... It's a shame we're not on a music channel anymore, because that should be put in rotation. Do you think Turbo will have that? Just mix the Turbo up a little bit with some Cleaver and Your Beaver. Don't forget, I was actually talking... I put my boss on my podcast this morning and got him to admit a few things. So check, that'll be out today. If
What's
you want.
the boss you talk to?
Don. Yeah, he agreed. Yeah, because that's what I do. Because I say, whenever I call anybody, I say, "Hey, you're on the." Because I treat it like it's going to be put on this channel.
Right.
So I'm like, "Hey, dude, just so you know, I'm calling you on my podcast. I thought maybe he would just hang up, but that dude's always nice no matter what. I don't know how I said to him, I'm like, I don't know how you do it. I'm sure people are pretty annoying, but nowhere near as annoying as me, and you just always seem to think it's cool. But the show is the #1 show, and he did admit that, and that's on the podcast. You can click on iTunes and stick that up your fucking ass.
You said,
if you want to.
Who's the #1 show?
Yeah.
And he was like,
Because he told me the other day, so I tried to make him admit it again. You mean like a documented one?
Nice, dude.
Okay. But
Beaver and your beaver, bro.
yeah, but I talked about doing ads because people still ask me what channel is your show on, or do you work for Sirius anymore, or if I post a video of me in here, they're like, wait, you're still on Sirius? And I'm like, fuck. So I called Don. I was like, what about if we did a commercial where I break it down real quick, where we are, we've moved, what time, and all this other stuff. Just break it down real clear, concise, and they play it on turbo, because I feel like
yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, and some other channels too. I think we need a little bit more promo, and of course Don, like the champion he is, completely agreed to all of it and was like, yep, let's work on that and do it. So I look forward to doing that, because that one really pisses me off, because that just tells me that when we moved here we lost listeners, and
you did.
Yeah, like a lot, because at one point it was like a lot of people had to pay to listen after they're already paying. It was a bit of a clusterfuck for Ellis fam. But people stuck around. Yeah, in time.
In time. It's a marathon.
So when did you get back?
I got back. Yo, I'm like fucking...
Same deal as me.
You see how you felt that's
You're there.
Day.
You flew in today?
Yeah, I flew in today. It was the same deal. Up at 3 in the morning out there. Fucking... And then
bullshit.
I was like, oh, I'll just eat this Zambar and fall asleep. And I didn't fall asleep. I've just been high for the last fucking hours.
See, that's... you didn't fall asleep on the plane?
It was a restless sleep. I was up and down and up. It was just not a lot.
Yeah, I couldn't sleep at all. The plane was so cold that I was nowhere near going to sleep. But it does make you feel super weird.
The Zan?
No, the no sleep. I don't need to take a Zan to feel weird. I just need to sleep 3 hours and then walk around all day.
Yeah,
I'll be fine.
I'm at right now.
Yeah.
So
then you got to do your show.
Yeah, I'm gonna be punch drunk.
You beat up your producer a lot, huh?
Yeah, I do.
Did he fucking drink his own underwear tea?
Yeah.
They put his boxer shorts in hot water and then they put it in a cup and he drank it.
Why?
Well, the backstory is this. He kept wearing his own underwear over and over again.
How do you know that?
He claimed it.
Why? What did he have a reason for doing that?
He didn't understand how gross that was.
Wait, he wears the same underwear without washing it?
Yeah, he would just flip.
Wait, inside out?
Yeah, he'd just go back and forth.
Oh my god, that is
we're like,
so
dude,
offensive.
What are you doing? Yeah, we're like, dog, you can't, like, that's disgusting. What are you doing? And then we had this bet.
He's single, right?
He was living with a girl at the time.
Fuck!
I'm saying, yo, dude, like, you think I'm like just a dick? I'm just reacting to to weakness.
Yeah.
That makes me want to kill it.
Yeah.
And you know, you can try to be like, here, what if you did it like this? And they choose not to, and then you just like there's something, and you just, all right, okay, this is what it's gonna be. I cannot co-sign this behavior. So we had a bet to see who was gonna be crazier, and he and I both decided he picked the psychologist or shrink, and we each went and sat down and talked for 2 hours with the shrink.
Yeah.
And I came back. I'm like, yo, dude, I'll give you $100 if I'm crazier, because I wasn't sure. I might be crazy.
Yeah, no, that's a fair bet. Yep.
You know what I mean? I thought that was a coin flip. We both got our own little levels of crazy.
And you trusted that he would be completely forthcoming with the psychiatrist, and he felt the same way about you?
I didn't know that he would, but I think even if he wasn't,
psychiatrist should be able to catch it.
And I was, I ain't lie on shit, dude.
Right.
I got books, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I just sat down and just blah, blah, blah. I poured it on her. And he went to his thing, and, you know, he's just showing up late, just fucking up left and right. And I was like, all right, bro, like, let me talk to your girl, because he was living with this woman for 8 months, or for like 8 months and sleeping on the couch. I was like, let me
Oh
talk.
my.
Yo, it's just crazy. I was like, let me talk to your girl, and if I win the bet, and if you win the bet, I'll give you $100 because he cares about money. I don't give a fuck about that shit. He's like, no, never. I was like, well then, what are you gonna do? He's like, I'll drink my underwear water. And then to me, I was like, that is a crazy.
Such a good idea.
Underwear
tea is like a really good idea.
What lunatic would agree to that? What lunatic would? That wasn't even my idea. That was his idea.
Yeah, it proves that he's the craziest one.
That's kind of what I was saying. I was like, this is self-evident. Yep. Your craziness is self-evident.
Yeah, tell her the bet, and then you'll see who the winner is.
I didn't even tell her the bet to make sure that it didn't. I didn't. Oh yeah. I wanted it to be as fair as fucking possible.
Right. So she just said he's batshit crazy compared to you.
Yes.
And then you got boiling water and put that in there.
And he had to steep it.
Yes.
And then the dude from
I watched it on Snapchat.
The dude from Black Keys was leaving your spot, came in and sat down, and he had to do it in front of a rock star.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny how you think. You know, I remember when Josh first was on the show, I thought he was maybe the only guy that had weird little things that he could and couldn't do or wasn't into. They're everywhere. Everybody's weird, man. Because that sounds sad.
It's like
inside out underwear and sleeping on someone's couch. It sounds like he's reached the pot of gold on the Jude show. Like this would be the best era of his existence. Right?
Yeah, and that's kind of here's the deal, like.
Or does he disagree to that?
You can't save nobody from themselves, man. You just have to allow people to do what they're gonna do.
That's right.
Like, the first half, I was like, hey, bro, you don't gotta live like this. This ain't for you. Like, let's try it. And then after like 5 months of that, I was like, you know what? Drink the fucking tea, bro.
Right.
Drink your doo-doo cum water.
Oh.
You drink your doo-doo cum water. He jerked off. He knew he was going to have to do it, and he still jerked off.
What do you mean? Jerked off in his underwear?
He said he had some cum on that shit, too.
Wait, he comes in his underwear, and then he just leaves the underwear on the next day? Yes, everybody outside is having the best time ever.
Doo-doo cum water.
Wait. Like Andrew, that doesn't make you feel weird, does it? It is, right? I mean, I could see it's a show, and you're the producer of a show that's very similar to ours, except I feel like yours is a little younger. I feel like the Jason Ellis show would never make a bet where somebody has to drink the doo-doo cum water. I think we've evolved. Remember there was a time there where Raw Dog sucked the horse's cock, a dead horse's dick.
I remember that.
Right, that's fucking really, really offensive. I heard the other day on the archives, Scott Green made out with a gay guy. I'm saying that's not offensive, but it's for a guy that's not gay to make out with a gay guy, and for us to all make fun of gay. And it was pretty offensive. I'm just saying I don't think we would allow that. When I was watching it on Snapchat, I was like, fucking hell, that's harsh. But when you tell the story.
And hey, look, man, it was one of those deals too where I was like, look, man, a piece of me is dying inside too because of this.
Why?
Because that's my fucking producer. He's got to talk to people, and now he's like the guy that drank his own doo-doo cum water. It cheapens everything. But like, this is where we're at. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I don't know.
What are you gonna do? I didn't come up with the fucking idea.
Right, it's almost as if on some level he feels like he deserves to drink his own doo-doo cum water.
I think maybe he does on some level, or maybe he enjoys drinking the doo-doo cum water.
Maybe
he likes the attention.
Maybe he feels better now that he's drank the doo-doo cum water because he deserved to drink doo-doo cum water, and now he sort of paid his debt for being such a douche.
Could be.
Will this make him change?
No, because he swears up and down that he's still less crazy than me.
But that's it. You lost the bet.
I was just simply going to say, will this make him change his behavior in regard to underwear?
I don't think so.
What about if I got my underwear company to give him like 7 pairs of underwear? Would that? You don't think he'd do it?
That'll do.
He'll sell them.
It'll just take him a little bit longer to start flipping them underwear over and over again.
Betsy, I need salsa.
What underwear company you with?
Skivvy.
I want underwear. I'll actually wash some bitches.
I'll get you.
Medium.
Yeah, can you text me? You know what? You can get some underwear when you give me the fucking piss the laser balls out.
Yeah, I saw that one coming.
Fucking.
As soon as I said that. Keep your fucking underwear.
She must be real good because you did not want to cough up that info.
I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
Bro, every time you talk to me about getting the piss out the fat shit, I'll be in the middle of something. Middle of drugs, middle of a concert, middle of work.
Middle of drugs?
Yeah.
When did I hit you up when you were in the middle of drugs?
When are you not in the middle of drugs?
I was going to say right now, but right now, technically I am in the middle of drugs.
I'm well aware that
For fuck's sake.
you are not on either side of drugs right now.
I'm smack dab in the middle. But this ain't usually me.
Right.
Not during the day.
No.
This is extenuating circumstances.
Yes, that was pretty well
It
said.
would be hard pressed to find similar audio of you talking in a similar state on the show in the past.
Years. You'd have to go back years.
Yeah, no, you've really sharpened it up.
Man, this is from travel, y'all. Anybody just tuned in, I was on travel.
He was on a travel, you sons of bitches.
Yeah, listen up now.
Cut a motherfucker some slack.
Yo, that Xanax is really hard on the guy. I'm not used to this shit.
When you say a bar, that's a lot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was really gonna fucking just obliterate me, knock me out
Yeah.
for fucking a few hours.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good.
But it didn't do that.
No, look at me. I'm just over here like,
Yeah, a whole bar sounds like a lot. I feel like people that do bars are like the people that do a lot of Xanax. Especially when they don't make you go to sleep.
I wasn't planning on that one.
Have you been doing Xanax a lot lately?
Nah, that's the thing. I just found it in my bag and I was like, oh.
Wait, you just found the Xanny in your bag and just popped it?
My bag.
See, I'm too scared to travel with drugs. You travel with so many drugs so often you forget you're traveling with drugs.
Wait, if he sees a Xanny in his bag, is he in trouble?
Do you have a prescription for it?
Somewhere.
Yeah, but if you don't have it there, then you can get in trouble, right?
No, I think you can produce a prescription.
Yeah.
I know you need to travel with your
Like
prescription.
down the road. Yeah, I got a prescription.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm straight.
Yeah, I was gonna say that'd be a bummer.
It would be a bummer.
Does it get close to that sometimes?
Can
When you travel and you.
Can you imagine you got popped with one Xanax bar? Like,
Sure, I can imagine.
That'd be.
That's why I don't travel with them.
That'd be embarrassing.
I'm going on a vacation over the holidays. I'd love to bring a couple of goodies along with me, but I'm not gonna risk being in an international airport with drugs.
Well, you got a kid too.
Fuck him. I mean, that's not. I felt I carried myself in the exact same manner before my child. Believe me, does not cross my mind. Oh, but what will become of my son?
Why don't you put him in?
I don't want to get arrested.
Just put it in his pocket.
Can't you just put it in the pill jar with the prescription on it?
Just put it in your kid's back pocket. He won't know. No one knows.
I'll get like a different prescription for something else and then put that in there. Yeah. I guess I could do that.
Tape it to his person.
I've never done that, but you could do that.
I like my idea better.
Give it to the kid?
Yeah, tape it to his tummy.
That's tough.
Just walk him right.
It's tough
there.
for me.
Just walk him right through there.
I could just make him swallow it in like a plastic bag or something
And
away
then
from
shit
the
it
past.
out.
Just take a
when we
pot.
get to Indonesia.
He only poos in a like little kid potty, not a toilet one. You got to sift through every day.
Poop in the colander, son. Good boy.
Give him a lot of prune juice.
Yeah. Look, man. Yeah. So like, yeah, it was there. I found it. I ate it. Now look at us.
Yeah. I don't think you're doing that bad.
Chilling.
How's the single life? How's that treating you?
Single life's good.
Yeah. Did you have fun being single in Nashville?
I didn't smash. I didn't do any Nash.
Oh.
Smashing.
So there's just friends there.
Nah, the girl I was with, that was my homegirl she was my old roommate from way back in the day.
Never boned her.
Never boned her.
Weird.
Ever. I used to smash her friends.
Right.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah. She
Yeah.
looks pretty smashable. I mean that the nicest way
Yeah,
possible.
she's on TV and all that shit. She's like
I thought I'd seen her face before.
She was on Empire, now she's on Nashville.
Dang.
Yeah, she's doing it. And her sister's on TV. She's on Mr. Robot.
What?
Yeah, like the sisters are.
And they just live in Nashville?
She lives in Nashville. Her sister's out here.
Huh.
Katie Doubleday.
Huh. Check that out.
Yep.
Celebrity hanging out, motherfucker. That you are.
I knew her before she blew up.
Right.
Yo,
Has she changed?
That Weinstein shit? He even tried to fuck her back in the day.
No.
We were living together.
No.
We were living together when that shit happened.
fuck. And did she tell you now or then?
No, it was then, because she was like, this dude's trying to fuck.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck him.
I agree.
Get you a goddamn part. You better fuck that motherfucker. She was like, nah. She was way against it, so.
Good for her.
She ended up getting on anyway.
Wow.
But I was like, yeah. Shit
So he's just like,
yeah,
throwing that in there.
I was there. Like, I saw it firsthand. And I didn't want to say anything about it, but she came out public with it. So now I'll speak on it. But, like, yeah, I saw that shit. And that was over 10 years ago.
Wait, you saw him?
I saw the whole, I saw her side of it, where she's, he keeps pursuing her, da-da-da-da, and she was like, nah, I don't think so.
Man. God.
That's gotta be tough, that's gotta be crazy. Like, yo, somebody.
Yeah, because I feel like me and Telly were talking. I feel like we'd do it. All three of us would do it.
Fight him, fuck it.
Like if Scott Greenstein was just like, fucking blow me,
well,
and I'll give you a channel.
But even that's a little bit different. And look, I understand just going through life sexually as a man and woman is two totally different things. Because it's very, nobody's really trying to go around rape dudes or anything like that,
right.
But we're saying that we would do stuff with dudes for jobs. I'm not gay. Like at least
it doesn't count for me, but
it doesn't. But at least if a dude is trying to have sex with a lady to give her some career advancement, assuming she's straight, like you are into some kind of dick.
Yeah. But,
yeah, I would bang the shit out of an old lady.
Oh yeah.
I'll beat the brakes off that old pussy just to get some work.
I had at my last job.
No, you would be so pumped if the owner of SiriusXM was an old lady and you just figured out that she was super interested into you sexually. You'd be like, oh, this might be the greatest day of my life. Like,
hello, this is Eileen Sirius.
Right.
I really like the way you walk around the office.
Well, I'll go one
Eileen
further.
Sirius would get so pounded.
Oh my
the
God.
VP of the last company that I worked at was like, she was attractive enough, but the fact that she ran the company made her more attractive.
Yeah.
I would have gladly had sex with her even if there was no hint of career advancement involved with it, simply because tagging the boss, who's the kind of hot chick who fucking runs this entire floor, is hot in and of itself.
What's her name again?
Eileen Sirius.
Yeah, if Eileen Sirius wanted me to do a human centipede with Cavino and Rich, I would do it.
I remember when I was at the Jenny Jones
I mean,
shit.
I don't want to, not to death, just a quick nightly, a performance of the human centipede. I'm the front, though.
You get to be the front of the centipede?
Fuck yeah.
I call front. Who do you want behind you?
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. They're both cool.
I mean, it's sitting right there to make the joke about the cool one gets to be in the front and the sex is in the back.
But we've done it so many times. Yeah. I made the best man win. But yeah, that's what I would do. That's how far I would go. I wouldn't kill a doggo. I wouldn't kill an animal for, what was her name?
For Eileen.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't cut my dick off.
Nope.
I wouldn't cut my hand off. I might cut a pinky off, but it'd have to be in writing that I have a channel. Like, you know what I mean? Like, then I would cut a finger off for that.
What kind of dog killing are we talking about?
Wait,
like
really?
strangling a dog with because like strangling a dog with my bare hands. No, I would not do that. Like decapitating, shooting a dog. No, but what about if they said, if you hit this, there's a dog like 1,000 miles away that you've never seen before that you'll never know that is going to be executed?
I would never do it.
I'd be like this.
Out of sight, out of mind.
You guys get the channel.
Yeah, we do. You know what it's be called? The Killer Dog Channel.
Yeah, no, you should dog killers. 103 dog killers. That's better than call it faction talk.
If you like raw dog, you'll love dog killers.
Yeah, dog killers are... Oh, wait, I just realized that's...
Hey, but
take that the wrong way.
Hey, but if you really think about it, like, half them motherfuckers... Yo, dogs are getting murdered all the goddamn time.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but people get murdered all the goddamn time. I ain't fucking doing it.
They euthanize them motherfuckers.
I don't want to kill... It's weird. I mean, I've killed tons of animals before, but I just don't...
You just like dogs.
No, all of them. I'm not killing a cat. I'm not killing anybody because you want me to, because you're going to give me a deal. It's like, I value their life more than I value, a lot of shit. Like a lot of shit. Like I said, I'll blow you. I don't want to blow you, but I'll blow fucking like Mrs. Weinstein. I don't give a fuck for her channel. But I won't let you kill. If you say I'll kill this fucking crocodile, I'd be like, nah, I'm not gonna. There's some weird thing there where I feel like I'd be. It's almost like an animal raper. I feel like I put it on a different level where I'm like, I'm not gonna be a part of this weird organization where you're killing animals to get me shit. I can't. You've made that one because I feel like we could probably be somewhere and kill an animal if we're gonna eat it. But I'm not gonna kill an animal
and then not eat it.
And not eat it for a channel.
Okay, but consider here's a real life example. 2 days ago, I made some vegan chili, and it's usually very delicious. But this time I fucked up and I put too much salt in it. I ate it yesterday. I didn't like it. Today I looked at the pot. I was like, I am not eating any more of that soup. It's a bit too salty. I will instead go to the office and I will order a bacon, lettuce, and tomato. Today I chose to murder a pig to have a slightly more delicious lunch. Why would I not kill an animal for a fabulous career?
Because it's not for food.
I gotta go.
Oh, yeah.
That was a very awesome thought experiment. And I'm gonna leave.
Zanny bars. Zanny bars.
Oh man, I wish we had.
Zanny bars.
It actually put me in a way better mood. I can't really balance that well for some fucking reason. But
Yeah. Oh, there's a huge reason, but anyway.
Hey, I'm turned.
Yeah.
Hey, you got an audio book coming.
Hey! I'm looking forward to that motherfucker.
Soon enough.
All right.
Hummingbird and Hyena on audio book. Am I gonna give them one, or did I just say that so I can plug it at the end? Who knows? I'm gonna leave.
Jude, everybody.
I got you right now. I just gotta figure out how to.
Now moving on, we have another celebrity thing to discuss. Somebody told me this morning that our good friend Tyrese posted a video where he's very, very sad about the. I don't know if any of you guys caught it, but about his daughter and his ex-wife and a lot of drama. And he's not allowed to see his daughter. And I haven't seen this video. Michael, have you seen it?
No, I haven't. But we were talking about this whole saga. It's been going on for a while. Where he flew a plane over his daughter's school, saying, Daddy loves you, because he wasn't supposed to contact her. And then they said that was, he wasn't supposed to be in contact. He's like, well, I wasn't flying the plane. It's this whole thing. I think he won some limited custody back. He collapsed in the courthouse. So obviously this is a
tough.
This is a trying, ongoing ordeal involving the Tyreses.
All right. Well, here's the video. There he is. Yep. He seems pretty sincere. Man, he eats chips all the time, huh?
He's very broken up, but
maybe that's why.
I mean, the video took like a minute and a half to film, couldn't you?
Right? Like, how hungry is he? Man.
I mean, frankly.
Whoa! He's about to break down. He's breaking down with chips in his mouth. This is crazy. Oh man! Wait, now he's showing his T-shirt. Oh wait, is that his daughter's name? Oh man, he got chips all over his sweatshirt. Oh man.
At least he has snacks.
Oh man. Oh. Man, how do you eat
I'm getting real mixed messages here.
Right? Is he? This is not all you got. There seems to be more chips in the bag, Tyrese. Huh? Do you think that the chips are Is it? It's like a.
I think it's like stress eating.
It's like a comfort blanket. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's right. It's not illegal to eat chips.
Nothing.
Can a motherfucker eat some chips?
He loves two things in this world: his daughter and Frito-Lays.
Oh. Well, you can't cry about the money and eat a chip, man.
I know, really. Maybe if you weren't spending so much money on snacks.
What?
Wow.
Nobody wants to hire him.
Like I said, they're not filming a Fast and Furious at the moment.
Yeah, but there'll be another one, right? Andrew, isn't there? There's more Fast and Furious, right?
But he was bummed that they're, instead of just doing another one, they're filming the spin-off with The Rock and Statham,
and he's not in it.
Yeah, maybe like a little cameo or something, but yeah, he's not in it.
Maybe he could be like a pizza delivery guy or something, because he's really packing on the pounds, and I'm not sure. I mean, if he's in the next Fast and Furious, can he like drive a car fast and eat chips at the same time? He's got to get a fucking hold on those chips. That's ridiculous.
That was a desperate man that we just saw.
Hungry as fuck.
Yeah. Look, this is what we do. He's got a real life, and we just speculate on it. I do believe that he is the kind of person who maybe makes situations a little bit more dramatic than they absolutely necessarily have to be.
Yeah.
I kind of get that about him, so it is hard to tell if he needs to be at the end of his rope or if he's the kind of person who gets to the end of his rope a little bit more easily than other people do.
I don't remember him ever getting to the end of his rope that much back in the day.
No.
I mean, this is a tremendously bad look for him, I think, what he's doing right there.
It reminds me of, there was an SNL skit, I think, or maybe it was in Living Color, I don't know, about like the black overactors theater, where just everybody just goes, because there's this like particular brand of African American like stage acting, and it's just like, oh my lord, you know, and it's just like it's just so funny that like it's just a particular brand. I think at a certain point it was authentic, and then somebody succeeded with that style, and then a lot of people started like ripping that style off, and it became really inauthentic that people would just go to 11 so quickly. And the end of that reminded me quite a bit of that skit. But then again, I don't know. On the other hand, would it surprise you if you found out that 15 seconds after he hit stop on the video that he put a gun in his mouth? Yeah. That wouldn't surprise me either.
Yeah, both scenarios wouldn't surprise me.
Right.
It's kind of like you're such a good promoting machine. It's hard to take you serious when you're being really sad, because I'm not sure, because...
Mm-hmm. Another way of saying that is you're so full of shit so much of the time that I can't tell when you're not being full of shit, and I'm not entirely sure that you can tell either.
Okay, that is another way of saying it. You are correct. So yeah, there it is. He's got to fix that. But it's weird to bring up the money thing, though.
Yeah. Again, if you believe what he's saying, that he's completely at the end of his rope, and he barely knows what he's saying, then I don't know that you can hold somebody responsible for every single word that comes out of their mouth. Of course, he did choose to release that video to the public, so he did have a chance to review it and maybe say, is this going to be, you know, the look that I want for myself?
I wonder if his management team are like, yeah, you should make that video. Yeah.
Well, what would be the pros and cons of that?
Or that he just posted it and didn't tell them, and then they've now
Right, now they gotta handle
calling
that,
him
right.
going, dude, you gotta, you know what I mean? Like, let's go take a break, go somewhere, take a break, you know? Maybe.
Well, okay. 1 hour ago, Tyrese Gibson said if The Rock is in Fast and Furious 9, he will not be.
Oh, no.
Oh, man. Tyrese is just going insane. That's
Right.
all this is. Because this is... The Fast and the Furious is a really funny franchise. I guess it happens sometimes where there are people who... he's going to be in every single one, but you're just not going to see Tyrese in a whole lot of other stuff.
Yeah.
Paul Walker was the same guy before he passed away.
Right.
Paul Walker could just star in movie after... I guess, like...
And if Tyrese isn't in a Fast and Furious, I don't think Fast and Furious falls.
No, I know. That's the problem. You don't have a lot of.
I hate
leverage.
saying that, but I mean, I think it would make a little dent, but I don't think it would make it. I mean, you know, you're putting Ronda Rousey's and people like that in there, and they could easily replace him.
Well, here's the comparison I was going to make, and I think it's a more apt comparison based on what you just said. Is say Carrie Fisher. Carrie Fisher did not have a huge Hollywood career outside of playing Princess Leia.
Yeah.
But when she was still alive, you couldn't just cut her out of Star Wars. At a certain point, people would be like, where the fuck did Princess Leia go? Right. He does not occupy that. I haven't even seen a Fast and Furious, and I know he does not occupy that kind of role.
The guy that died was bigger than Tyrese.
Exactly.
And Fast and Furious has never been bigger, and he wasn't in it.
Dude, it wouldn't surprise me if the first scene of Fast 9 is them at Tyrese's funeral, and that's the fucking jump off for that movie. Like, fuck off.
I don't know. It seems like a weird... You don't know what you got until you lose it, kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I would think he's had enough time to ruminate on that and realize that.
It's a little bit weird how he's saying that all of these millionaire and billionaire friends and nobody's helping him. Why won't somebody help him? Why wouldn't anybody help him?
Right. If everybody knew him to be a stand-up guy and everybody knew... I've known some people who had insane... wives. I've known many people who were sane people who made insane romantic decisions, and if something had ever happened where they had a child with one of these crazy people and then things got ugly and the child got caught in the middle when the couple split up, I most certainly would be there for my friend who was a sane person other than having married a crazy lady this one time. So why does Tyrese? I mean, how many people has he had over his home to, you know, they drop off their dry cleaning, and while they wait for it, he takes them to his Benihana's, and now they will not repay that hospitality.
That's not cool. If he took me to Benihana's in his house, I'd be like, if he needed help right now, I would help him. If he let me, like, get my clothes dry cleaned in his dry cleaning place.
Unless he was a fucking ass when I was over his house. They're like, don't go to Tyrese's house. I'm like, dude, I want to see what it's like when a guy's a dry cleaner at Benihana's. And then I leave and I go, you know what? I should have listened to you. It was fucking obnoxious. Tyrese we were at Benihana for half an hour, and then we spent 5 hours in his karaoke room while he sang his last 10 albums, got more and more wasted, and waved his dick around at me. I'm never going back there.
What about this speculation? What about he injured himself doing his own stunts on one of the Fast and Furious movies?
CTE.
What's that mean?
The brain, the concussion stuff.
No, I wasn't going to go there. But yes, that one too. Or he got prescribed painkillers or anxiety pills for the pressure of being super famous and having Black Rose or something, and got a little bit of a pill popping problem.
Maybe the pressure of being the number 3 person on Facebook.
Right.
Yeah.
Was he?
Wasn't he like ridiculously, because he did all the cheesy shit, like if somebody had a big knee, he did like the fat Jewish guy's thing, right? Like where he would, if somebody had his name's the fat Jewish, right? Yeah. Where like just was it the fat Jew? I thought it was the fat Jewish, even though that doesn't make any sense. Doesn't matter. Anyway, that's his name. If something got big, he would just take it and put it on his, like you could always find the biggest meme on his page because he was shameless about just taking other people's stuff. I thought Tyrese would post his own stuff, but in addition to that would do every other shameless thing possible to have some ginormous Facebook page.
Yeah. Well, so that means he's really big on Facebook, so that means that's a career for a long time, right? There's money in that alone.
You would think, right?
Probably $13,000 a month at least.
Yeah, right.
Quit your bitching, you know?
Yeah, but if you have a full-time Benihana chef, for starters, at your house, his overhead might be, that suggests his overhead might be kind of high too.
Right.
I don't know. Well, that's too bad. I hate to see, it's got to be really, We don't know the guy at all. We're speculating.
He seems like a nice guy. When he comes in here,
yeah.
we like him.
I like him. He doesn't seem like a guy who can't be trusted to see his daughter.
He still follows me on Twitter.
That's nice.
So, I don't know if he knows it or not, but he does still.
Yeah, you gotta do something pretty heinous to not be able to see your kid, I believe.
Yeah, but divorces, Michael.
I'm just surprised the judges play ball with that.
It's weird that he pays all that money and doesn't get to see her. You're right. Something weird has to...
Like, if you're a judge...
I'm divorced.
Yeah, this is not your
I'm
first...
I can see my kids whenever I fucking want to.
Yeah, this is not the first time that you've been a judge in a divorce when, like, in my mind, based on what I know, I feel like there are probably more instances, particularly among wealthy people, where one parent is trying to keep the other parent away from the kid for spiteful reasons than there are... Like, for every one time the parent has a legitimate case and the other parent should be barred from seeing the kid, there's probably at least 2 times that the parent is making that up for spite. That's how it seems to me.
Yeah.
So if I'm a judge, I'm incredibly suspicious of people who make that claim, because I know that more often than not they are lying. If only there was some sort of lawyer we could talk to about this sort of thing.
Alright, we're going to take a break and we'll be back.
We didn't have a homeowner's claim last year, so Allstate's giving us money back on our bill.
Seems fair. Didn't use it.
Wish we got money back on gym memberships.
Get money back
Hilarious.
with claim-free rewards. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
Okay, so that.
Need salsa with Gatorade in it. Or Pedialyte. That's what I should bring Pedialyte and then add salsa, and it'll be the ultimate, electrolytes and all that other shit. How long?
4 minutes. Do you want her to start or? Yeah.
Need help? Got it?
Do you get it, Kevin?
Yeah.
Thanks, dude.
Since we record the show in the editing software, I'm gonna have to do it in between breaks and stuff.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take your time.
Are we going to start with Rin or are we going to introduce her?
Introduce her.
Okay, then we can do a quick refine.
Faction Talk. Ellis.
21 students at a New York City university are facing charges over fraternity hazing.
Yeah,
The
fucking
charges
frat people.
Start with forcing their pledges to drink alcohol. It's fucking hilarious to me how they're being charged with providing alcohol to people under 21. 75% of the people in frats are under 21.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I thought it was only the ones of you who were legal who were drinking in this frat house. But that's the, just the very beginning of it. Also forcing pledges to eat food off the floor, spanking them on the buttocks, and most notably, urinating and vomiting on the fraternity pledges.
You did all that, right, Andrew?
Pi Alpha Nu. Fuck those guys, right?
Yeah, I hate those guys too.
Yeah. We vomit and urinate on our pledges the cool way.
Yeah. Now, if they came to my fraternity, I'd kick their ass. Right? I mean, my frat party. Yeah. No, I do mad keg stands. A lot of high fives. Yeah. I go, woo! I do that a lot.
I'm the guy who's always like third guy from the left wearing the green poker visor.
I'm your guy, Andrew, just right behind you every time you say, I'm like, woo, fuck yeah! Up top, big man! I do jumping high fives because he's so tall, Michael.
You have no choice.
Woo!
I need a running start.
Chest bump! Woo! Cake stand!
Oh, I would like to get a running start and chest bump this guy.
I would like to see you do a running jump
that.
and chest bump, Andrew.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah?
Precisely, yeah.
All right.
I'm available for that job.
I think we need a... Oh, there it is. Who's our guest here?
Yeah, she's waiting.
Anahita Satagapfa.
Hi. Oh my god.
You're surprised by... I grew my hair out.
Are you shaking my hand?
Sit down.
Oh my god. He did the same thing.
What happened?
Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
We did
You guys are shaking my hand instead of giving me a hug. I haven't seen you in like
we
a
don't
year.
have time to go. I'm trapped behind camera cords.
I know, I just realized
I'll hug
that.
you
What
afterwards.
was your excuse?
Yeah, what's your fucking excuse, Michael?
God damn it.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to explain. I would love to hug you, but
Okay.
I didn't know if we were in the hug zone or not, and I would rather err to the side of less contact than more, that's all.
Yeah, we haven't seen you that much, so
I
you
know.
don't
I was just talking to them out there. I think it's been at least a year
See, so
since I've been here.
yeah, maybe Michael's like, especially these days, you don't want to be inappropriate, Michael.
There's a lot of that going
A
around.
lot of that going around.
And I
that's
do think
right.
it is a little weird, and I've heard some women express this, and I'm surprised I haven't heard more women express this, that, like, when you don't know somebody all that well, and you're guys, you need to know a guy really, really, really well to hug him when you see him. A handshake suffices even for people you're pretty friendly with, and yet you can be introduced to a woman and instantly, put your cheeks on each other's cheeks and maybe even get a little lippage involved. And it's odd the double standard that we have for physical contact among strangers when you're talking about women versus men.
Yeah, no, that's true. And especially with all the stuff that's going on right now, and then with sexual harassment and accusations, and like, now that you mentioned that, it's kind of like the fear is that it's going kind of too far now. You know what I mean? Like, why wouldn't I be in the hug zone with you? Like, we've spent time on this show together.
See, why do you want to be in the hug zone with me? Because if can I be honest? I love this about radio. We can actually speak freely.
Let's speak.
If I'm hugging you, I'm looking forward to feeling your boobs against my body.
Wow.
And you shouldn't want. You should not be.
Wait, is that the way you feel about hugging chicks?
Really?
If you give me a big hug, I'm like, cool, there's your boobs, great.
Really? Every time you without fail, you'll be like, here comes the titties on my chest.
Definitely not. But that's cool. Like when I feel your body, because some women will, and this really surprises me. Some women will go full crotch hug.
Oh, okay.
What's a crotch hug?
Like where they get fully up on you in full alignment, so you get chest to chest, but you also get crotch to crotch.
Look, I feel like when it comes to stuff like that, it depends on who you are, and I know it's funny because I know that I've done it to Anahita, and she brought it up to me. We took photos all the time, and she's a huggy motherfucker, so and I'm okay with that, and because she's also pretty hot, that did maybe go into my mind a few times, but I also there's a different thing with Anahita that I could. I'll play with it a little bit, but there's I feel like she was a little bit attracted to me, and I'm a little bit attracted to her, so there was a little thing.
Bit.
It wasn't going to happen, but there was a thing there, so I could be flirtatious and if she was okay with it. But Sam, who was working the same show and I'd known her for the same amount of time, who I also thought was just as fucking hot, there's a different connection that me and Sam had, and resting my shaft on her leg in a photo I mean, she probably would actually thought it was.
Married.
She would have thought it was funny.
Yeah, she would have probably laughed about it, but I think
because you kind of leaned into me once, and
I still have those pictures actually.
Right,
I remember what you're talking about.
Right, and you said it, and I was like, I didn't put that on you.
I felt it.
Yeah, but you leaned. Right, but you felt it, and you're okay with it.
Yeah, I mean, it was you. That's why. I mean, obviously, I don't want some like random.
They can't just do that. If you're on a bus, no dude can just run up and rest his shaft on the side of your leg.
No, please don't rest anything on the side of my legs if I don't know
listener.
you.
Well, it's different when you know that you have a relationship with somebody and you have a vibe with somebody, but. Going back to what I was saying, I feel like if a guy went in to hug a woman or even kiss on the cheek a woman that he met like 2 or 3 times professionally, and she kind of saw it coming and instead just stuck out her hand, that might be received as being a little like standoffish or whatever. Whereas I would totally understand, like, I don't need to get face to face with you. A handshake will totally suffice. There's some people who feel like, I mean, our president famously said years ago, I don't know how, now he's all into the tuggy handshake, that he didn't want a handshake at all because it's a barbaric custom that we should have abandoned hundreds of years ago. We don't actually need to touch.
Well, he talks a lot, so you know he's gonna be saying I'm sure he's made a statement about pretty much everything.
Well, I like to hug. I mean, if I know you and we're cool and I don't think of it as like a sexual thing, I think of it more as like a handshake would be so weird. Like for me to walk in and shake Jason's hand, that would just, I mean, if there weren't all these wires in between us, that just would be weird.
I wouldn't do that to you.
You would hug me?
Yeah.
So if this wasn't in between us,
if there wasn't a giant desk and microphones, yeah.
Okay. And are you wearing a wig?
No, I grew my hair out.
No, you did not.
What? I did.
No, you did not.
Why would I not do
because
that?
There's another blonde wig out there too that I think.
Whose is that?
I don't know. It's like this.
Whose wig is that?
Wig.
I thought she just said it was on the table.
It is.
It's on the table.
It's on Will's desk.
Is Will preparing to be a woman? It's a weird thing to have on his desk.
But this is crazy. It's so good seeing you. And can I just tell you that your fans are like the most hardcore, loyal people that I have ever seen in all the media that I've done throughout the years.
No.
So like just from doing the Dr. Drew show with you a few times and coming, to this radio show a few times, a lot of your fans followed me on social media. And that like it's been over a year and they are still constantly like so loyal to me because of you.
Hashtag Persian Girl.
Persian, yes. Yeah. So like even if I forget to hashtag Persian Girl on one of my pics, your fans will remind me to hashtag it.
You want to make sure you do that.
But it really is like a family. Like when you do Ellis fam, it's crazy.
Yeah, well, that's because we're not full of shit. We're the underappreciated Holyfields of the country that makes it great.
You feel underappreciated?
I feel like the average man, I feel like the average American that just works every day is an unappreciated guy, and there's constantly new rules, and I pay all my money to the tax guy, and you don't make the wages go up, and it just seems like it's an unfair world for a lot of the people that I'm a part of. The way I talk like a, I mean, there's certain people that I get connected to. There's certain people in a group, like groups that with you and Ahita, where I can talk freely like I want to talk, and certain people in the room will be like,
yeah,
and that's cool, but it's very similar to when the show started to get successful. I had a few friends that were celebrities, so then I'd start to go to parties where celebrities were, and I just ended up talking to my tattoo friend at the end of the night, because I don't really have anything in common with famous, successful people, except for maybe the want to be rich and famous, but I don't really care about that anymore.
Like, are you really that humble and that?
Yes, I'm very humble. Everybody always says that.
That is insane, because when I look at you, when I look at you, I'm like, well, you're one of those.
It's the first word that comes to mind. Ask the green room, they'll tell you.
Humble?
I'm an asshle. I don't.
It's actually the autocomplete. If you search Jason Ellis on Google, it autocompletes to humble.
Humble. Are Are you being sarcastic?
And vice versa.
Called I'm Awesome, Anahita.
I know, I have that book.
It's not true either, so that proves how unhumble I am.
That's like tongue in cheek though, but like I see you as one of those like celebrity guys. I see you as someone that's like killing it and making money and living the life and
I just feel like I get it that people listen to the show would see me like that, and I think it's super awesome. I always wanted to be cool to somebody, so that's fucking awesome. I just think that there's proper legitimate celebrities. Sort of. I was talking about this the other day when I went to Nashville and I had to do the red carpet, and Katie was making fun of me because she knows that I don't want to go on there, and she knows that right when it comes to crunch time, if I can get out of it, I will, because I've done that before where I'm just like, look, no one's really looking, I can just go, right? And they're like, yeah, and then I just go. Because usually it's a red carpet where fucking famous people are on it, not a fucking DJ from Sirius XM. It's not enough.
You're more than that, though. That's the thing.
I don't count that.
People want to be on red carpets, and you're like running away from it.
Well, like who was it? Who was it? Kid Rock was fucking there.
Okay.
And I wasn't on at the same time as him.
He's a famous singer.
No, I just think it's interesting. I know who Kid Rock is. By the way. I'm not that much of a square, but I don't put you on a different like platform. I put you guys kind of on the same level. It's crazy that you don't see it that way.
I just, you know what? Maybe sometimes I think the show's real cool, and I think I've done some, some cool stuff. Did some shit like that. That's cool. We got a lot of issues. Not really the nicest person in the world. Really trying to, so that maybe I'd be more of a. I don't want to get over fandom myself. I feel like I've done it in the past, and when I look back on it, I'm like, oh, I get cringy about it.
Were you cocky and kind of
arrogant? In skateboarding, I had at least a 10-year span there where I was the coolest dude in the world as far as I was concerned, and everybody was a pile of shit. So now I gotta. It's not cool. That's not cool to do that.
No, it's not. It's actually really off-putting.
And the more that I'm here, I see so many amazing, talented people here. That you're not that fucking cool, Ellis, because, like, all these people can do so much shit. I know, look at Rob Duty, look at Ken Block. Ken Block didn't even fucking drive a car. He owned a shoe company. And now he's, like, one of the greatest drivers in the world. That's crazy to me. That's so good.
I think that is so appealing. If that's really genuinely how you feel, like, that is so refreshing to see somebody in your situation have that kind of attitude and mindset.
What are you talking about? I think everybody on this channel that has a show thinks the same thing I do.
I don't know who else has a channel on this show. But
I don't think Jim Norton thinks he's a celebrity, and I reckon he's more famous than me.
I don't even know who that is.
He's a famous comedian who's had plenty of Netflix specials, and he has a radio show. He was a co-host on the Opie and Anthony show. Now he has his own show with Sam Roberts. And he's fucking famous, but I bet you he doesn't think he's famous. Neither do I, because he's not at the level. He's not.
That is nuts.
Do you think you're famous?
No.
Not at all. But you've got lots of followers. You're on television.
Yeah, but I'm not in.
You're on television way more than we are, right? I mean, you're on every.
Yeah, I'm on.
Are you on?
I am, but it's more like news. It's news.
Yeah, but are you on? How many times a week are you on?
Probably about 4 or 5 days a week. Yeah, I'm on a lot, but it's news.
Constantly.
It's not
what channels?
It's
Sorry for being.
Still HLN a lot.
You still do that?
Still do HLN.
Wait, so how do you do that if it's not Drew on there? How do you do that?
Well, there's like other shows on that. There's a ton of, like, Michaela has a show there. She used to be on CNN. I mean, there's other shows, news shows on HLN, and I do CNN, and then a ton of Fox News. That's the main. And do they give you, how much of a heads up do they give you on what you have to talk about, or do you bring up your own stuff? Oh God, like usually they'll tell you a couple hours before, but sometimes you get there and there's like breaking news, like all the stuff that's been going on lately with Weinstein and all that stuff. So it changes.
So they go to you because you're an attorney and you give them the rundown, right?
Yeah. So like we'll talk about whatever the legal news of the day is, or sometimes just Chris Brown got arrested or Weinstein.
I noticed that at one point when I was doing that HLN thing with you, that having an argument was probably cool to the viewer or to the network. Do you find, is anybody challenging you in the Harvey Weinstein thing? Like, are you being fake challenged, or are there legitimate people that are going, look, why can't he just grab a couple of tits. Have you been in an argument with someone that has his back?
Well, number one, you're absolutely right about the arguments, the debates that the producers like to see on the shows. I know we did a lot of that on the Dr. Drew show. You did.
No, I didn't.
You kind of did. You challenged Drew a couple times.
Well, I didn't. Yeah, but nobody told me to.
Right. Well, a lot of the talking heads.
Wait, I challenged Drew? I don't recall that.
I do recall.
That's
there were some
terrible idea.
Instances where,
what?
I'm trying to remember what it was, but you kind of called him out on something, and then later on he thanked you for that. On the next show.
Why isn't that documented? I don't remember being smart. Cool.
Yeah, no.
Okay, maybe I am fucking awesome. Yeah, I should have more red carpets.
You actually contributed a lot to that show.
Yeah, no, I did.
Me.
I was huge.
You really did. You opened up a lot.
But, I should hang out with you more, and you really hype it up.
I'm like boosting your ego. Well,
fuck, yeah, you are.
I deal with plain, not to put anyone down, but just attorneys, male attorneys who think they're the shit, and they think they're the, like, rock stars and celebrities because they have money and they're... But it's like, to me, those guys are not anything. You know what I mean? So it's like, for you to say that you don't feel that you have, I guess, some celebrity status is kind of...
I didn't say that. It's just not, I don't, like, I know Carrie Hart and I know Pink. Do you know what I mean?
Cool. Yeah.
They're famous. They're famous.
I hear you. There's different levels of famousness, but... Yeah, so you guys have my website up on this screen.
Yeah.
Right
I want to ask you about the Fox News thing. I don't watch a whole lot of cable news. I think like many people who'll be listening to this, I don't go out of my way to see it, but I just encounter a bunch of it going through my day because TVs are tuned to it in airports and shit like that.
Yeah.
I am under the impression that people are under the impression that Fox News, when they put women on the air, likes to put pretty girls on the air.
Yes.
I'm not saying you're not qualified to be a talking head. Obviously, they're not the only network that's putting you on the air. There's tons of shows. But do you feel like part of why Fox News likes putting you on the air is because you're the pretty girl?
Well, thank you for that. But yeah, I mean, I think they're definitely known to have very attractive girls. They like the full face of makeup, big hair, nice dresses, tight clothes. I mean, they're known for that. I'm not going to deny it. But I think ultimately you have to have substance. You can't just be, on a international actually, news program and not know what the fuck you're saying, even if you look really good.
Absolutely, positively.
So,
I'm saying that you probably need to have both to get a lot of work at Fox.
I would agree.
Kind of like being a pop star.
I would agree with that. Yeah, I think they definitely they tend to book, more attractive talking heads, and CNN not as much. I think you do see the contrast that, CNN, the girls are dressed more conservatively, the makeup is not as drastic. Like when I'm in the makeup chair at Fox, it's like an hour.
That's what I wanted to ask you about.
It's an hour.
Because this is your style. This is your everyday style.
Yeah, this is me. Like nothing.
You've got makeup on, but
very minimal makeup. Yeah.
What happens when you sit down on the Fox?
They have a spray can thing, right?
Not an airbrush.
Yeah, they have an airbrush thing. They airbrushed me.
They did.
I used to actually like it because I would look in the mirror and be like, oh. And then she passed away.
I know, she did pass away. So the
She's
makeup
the nicest
artist
lady
CNN,
too.
She was only 41 years old. Yeah, it was pretty shocking to everyone. I saw her actually. I was there the night before she passed away, and she was talking about her son. Everything was great, and then I got the call at like 4 a.m. the next day that she was in the hospital, and
oh my goodness.
Yeah, she was the nicest person
she was
ever.
A sweetheart, yeah.
But she would spray my face with this fucking makeup gun.
I remember
I was like,
airbrush.
oh my god, you guys are advanced.
Yeah, and imagine for girls. So they have the makeup artists at the studios have sort of like guidelines they have to go by for each regular guest, and so they will say like, okay, we want like big hair for her, tease it.
Do you get teased when you're there?
Teased, like hair.
Yes, we know.
Yeah, like if you look at some of the pictures that are online.
And you will not agree to this
teasing.
You're saying they were like, we need it teased, and you go, okay then.
There's been times where it was a little too teased, and I
they
didn't
told
like
you
that look.
But they wanted it.
Yeah, like they'll definitely.
Right.
I mean, I can tell you the segments will be anywhere from like 5 to 8 minutes on Fox. And I'll be in the makeup chair for about an hour, and then hair for probably 15 minutes.
What about dresses and stuff? What about if you were to wear a dress that wasn't really tight? Would you be told?
I have been told.
Okay.
I swear to God. Okay, so never.
And how does that conversation go?
The conversation goes, okay, well, if it's going to be a full video shot, because sometimes you're just looking at the camera, like on the Dr. Drew show, where it's just like, waist up. But if it's going to be like a full shot where you're standing on the set, or you're sitting down and they show your body, yeah, they'll say something like, okay, make sure that you have appropriate attire. And you kind of know what that means. Like, no pants. Do you ever see girls on Fox wearing pants?
I don't. Well, I listen to the news. I'm free. So, but yeah, I've seen you guys.
Yeah,
Did they say anything to Bill O'Reilly about his gobble neck?
Okay, can I talk to you about Bill O'Reilly? Can I just say, Bill O'Reilly did not ever sexually harass me. Like, every single girl that I know that has done his show is, like, coming out and talking shit about him. I'm not defending him. I'm not saying he didn't do
kind of sounds like you are defending him.
But it's like, I've been alone with him in his office for hours.
Yeah, but maybe he's not into Persians.
Well, no, everyone's into Persian girls.
Okay.
But no, I mean, I'm
just saying, maybe he sensed that you can't say because he did. You're kind of making it sound like he didn't do it to you, so he didn't do it to any of the other women. When I have watched a little bit on YouTube and stuff. He, in my opinion, is a very guilty piece of shit.
Okay, here's the thing.
His opinion about women
is a little fucked up.
He's a fucking asshole.
Okay, so I'm not saying that
in my opinion.
Well, I'm not saying
allegedly.
I'm not saying because he didn't do it to me, like, because he didn't harass me, he didn't do it to other women. But I've gotten like a ton of tweets because I had some pictures of me and him online. I had a very regular segment on his show.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, "Well, weren't you sexually harassed? Weren't you know how did you deal with him?" And I'm like, "No, he never did anything to me." And I went on TV talking about it.
What was his neck like when you were really close to it, though? Like when he was talking to you, did you watch that a little bit? Because to me it'd be like a guy that has one eye that's off, and every now and then I'd have to look at the eye.
You just keep looking.
I think every time he'd be like, and I'd be like, whoa, that throat is just like a little bit behind his chin at all times.
I'd be seeing and hearing it in slow motion, just like.
You're just fucking man.
Well,
he is so hideous.
This is the angry villagers with pitchfork mentality that we talk about a lot on this show. Is by you saying, look, you guys are asking me about this, so I'll tell you, never did anything to me. You are selling people out, or you're defending him.
You're not supporting women. You're defending a rapist, a sexual harasser. I mean, I have spent over 10 years of my career as an attorney actually representing victims of sexual harassment. That's what I do. I represent women. And so just going on the shows, I was asked to talk about my experiences with Bill O'Reilly, and I just simply said he never sexually harassed me.
So why are you bringing it up again here, though?
Because how did Bill O'Reilly's name come up?
I asked
his neck.
If they, if
we're more into the neck than Bill, really.
If it mattered so much what you looked like, did they care about the fact that he had two faces?
If his neck got a new show on CNN, I'd actually start watching the fuck out of it. I'm not even joking. If they just zoomed in just under the bottom and he delivered news, but it was only the throat area, I would maybe they could tag a sponsor on there or something. I'll be watching the shit out of that show. You can draw a face on it.
Well, he's not on anymore. They
yes,
kicked
we
him
know.
Off, so.
Isn't he on the internet or something?
Yeah, I think he's doing
gobbling away.
Yeah.
Fucking pile of shit.
Oh my god.
He's a steaming pile
Bill
of shit.
O'Reilly, yeah. I mean, he paid out $32 million allegedly to the.
No, not allegedly.
Well,
he did it.
We don't know if it's 32 mil.
Sure.
We don't know if it's 32 mil. But that's what is out there. He hasn't confirmed it, so.
He's given 3 separate ladies a total of something in the 40 million.
Yeah, about 40 million out of his own pocket.
Yes, so. because he's probably never done anything to anyone. Because how many charges do I have, Andrew? How many payouts have I had?
0.
Yeah, and people look at me like, and I'll admit it, I reckon I'm a sexual degenerate, and he's a guy that goes on TV talking about how people like me are scum. I've never done that, and I never would, and if I saw anybody do it, I'd fucking deal with them. So why can't he have that control?
Well, here's my question to you. You say you've never done that. You've never sexually harassed anyone, any girl, and you've always been really respectful. Like, I totally will admit to that. But don't you think that sexual harassment and all this shit that we're seeing in the media lately is more like a power thing and not a sex thing? I mean, to me, I'm sounding like a psychologist.
No, you sound like you're under somebody's thumb who is a sex offender.
No,
I mean, do. You sound like there's a weird. Yeah, but you're having a. Oh, well, then your angle seems like you're on the other side, and I'm the person that's representing the victims.
Okay, here's why my angle. Let me just put it out.
Because you're justifying that a man is just demonstrating his power by sexually assaulting somebody.
Which is just as wrong. Just as wrong. But for me, I don't think it's about them being like horny or just. I mean, I'm sure that's a part of it, but I think it's more a display of power.
You ever had a penis?
Sex. No, never.
You don't know what it's like.
I don't know what it's like. Well, and
Trust me. Yes, there's power involved, but it's also sex.
So when you
It just feels good when you put it in stuff.
Okay, so
I mean, if that's not a T-shirt,
that needs to
when
be
there's no kids
copyrighted.
around, I don't know what. Yeah, I mean, obviously that's an adult T-shirt, but yeah.
But like, okay, so I'm representing a girl right now. She's a 28-year-old, very attractive young lady, very attractive, who was sexually assaulted by her doctor out in Encino. It's kind of, this story has gotten a ton of media attention. It's gonna get worse, but 22 women have come forward saying that this doctor has assaulted them in the patient room when they're being treated by him. He's done various things, and I was in court yesterday and for his preliminary hearing, and I saw some of these victims, and it just spanned from 28 years old to a 70-something-year-old woman, and so like I'm looking at these different women, and there was no type, there was no.
Well, variety is the spice of life, Anahita.
So you think so? I don't know. To me, I'm like that. It couldn't have been necessarily like a sexual thing.
Well, okay. I'm so glad you're bringing this up because you're looking at a guy that is super into everybody.
Right.
There's a certain kind of every shape and size and age for me. Because I'm not saying I want to bang all of them, but I'm saying every demographic that you can pick, I'll find somebody in that demographic that I would be sexually attracted to.
See, that's interesting. I always in my mind, I always think people have types, or like you think that this only
some people
to a
do.
hot girl. Yeah, some people do, but just
some people
for
don't.
me, it was like, okay, so my client, I can, just the variation in the victims just kind of blew me away, and that just kind of made me feel that maybe this guy is just sick, and that it was a power thing for him more than anything else.
He's definitely sick.
Oh yeah, he's clearly.
But it's
sick.
a power, and he's a sex maniac.
Yeah.
He wants to have sex with everybody.
Well, consider, to your point, Anahita, consider the allegations today about Dustin Hoffman.
Oh, yeah.
Who is the latest.
What?
Yes.
Yeah. So.
Oh man.
In this.
Yeah. Wow. Is this how long?
We'll be doing this forever. We'll be doing this absolutely forever. So in this case, I think you really could make the case that it was using your sexuality as a way of relishing your power, because one woman wrote a guest column in the Hollywood Reporter saying that she worked on they were filming a TV movie of the famous play Death of a Salesman that he started in the 80s, and she was 17 and she worked on the set. She was super excited to be involved with something like that. John Malkovich was in it. She enjoyed most of the experience, and she said at first even enjoyed the off-color advances of Dustin Hoffman, but then she didn't enjoy them anymore, and so she detailed those as she recalls them. And this is it's always so corny when you find out how these people are actually operating in an uncensored fashion. Like, who was the guy? Is it Pat O'Brien? Oh
yeah.
Right, where you're like, oh, okay, so he gets drunk and coked up and calls women, and you're like, all right, and then you hear the audio and you're like, oh my god, he is so much sleazier and just like cornier than I ever would have thought somebody like him would be in this.
So high is what I thought. I was like, man, that's a lot of cocaine to talk like that.
Right. So she says that she went to, her name is Anna Graham Hunter, that she went up to him to like take his lunch order or breakfast order in his dressing room. He said, "I'll have a hard-boiled egg and a soft-boiled clitoris."
Oh! Egg clitoris.
Yeah.
You can't put eggs and clitoris together.
And his entourage.
Oh man, he must think he's so powerful to think that eggs and clitoris is going to get him laid.
And
on the phone.
And his entourage was there, and they all laughed at this joke that Dusty had made. And then the other thing, I think the other specific is that he kept slapping her ass, and she kept going, "You're a dirty old man, stop it." So at no point did he attempt to have sex with her or even get a handy or anything. It was just about, I'm powerful, older man, you are young, impressionable, intern type, and I can just talk to you like that.
Yeah.
And grab you like that.
Yeah. And this was about 30 years ago.
It's 86, I think.
86.
Hopefully robot bitches will be made soon, and then powerful people can assault robots.
Yeah.
And leave the alive people alone.
Westworld, yeah.
It's crazy. I mean, even just through my law practice, ever since this Weinstein story broke, I've gotten calls almost every single day from people, and a lot of women feel
it triggered everybody, huh?
Yeah, like people are finally feeling the courage, and that's what
it's like coming out as gay. Enough people come out. Now like more football, basketball. People are like, fuck it. Everybody else is coming out. I can come out.
I feel like this would be a good time for Travolta to just be like, by the way, I'm bi.
I know, right?
Why did
I know. Wow. Fuck. Right.
It wouldn't even make the front page.
I know. God, you can slip it in right now. Nobody would even. It wouldn't even make it.
Look, I love my wife. I fuck dudes too.
Yeah.
You happy now?
Yeah. Anyway, new movie coming out.
Yeah,
Check
see
it
you
out.
soon at 24-hour fitness. Yeah.
No, but there is.
Any little boys, 24 fitness, 3 a.m. Hit me up. Gobble
What
gobble.
did you think of John Travolta, by the way? How did that pop into your head?
My wig.
I was having this conversation with my wife yesterday or the day before about Kevin Spacey, because there'd always been the rumors about him, and I was like, if Spacey is getting nailed for this thing right now, Travolta should just ride right on the coattails and be like, I'm gay, bye.
Yeah, he'd be like, you know what? Never assaulted any boys in my life. I am gay, by the way, but I've never assaulted anyone.
Kind of like slid that in.
He could do it. He could do it to, because the other thing, I was actually talking to a friend of mine last night who's gay, and she was saying that it's a really bad look for gays and lesbians because he tied in I'm gay and I molest children.
Yeah.
So it would be really cool for Travolta to be like, hey, just so you guys know, I'm gay. Are you jerking off right now, Kevin?
I love my wife, but I'm gay. What is going on?
The fuck was that?
What did he do?
Warming up your dick.
Yeah, I just saw him like bobbing up and down. I'm like, what the fuck's going on in the green room?
It's like watching the Hunchback of Notre Dame yesterday.
He's enjoying this conversation a little too much.
Right?
Oh
He really missed out a hater.
Yes, master.
And he's not saying anything. After all this discussion, Andrew, you'd think you'd speak up for yourself.
You guys are crazy.
Oh, it's great in the green room.
I missed it.
Can turn the heater on for the poor bastard.
It is really cold in there.
Is it?
It is
Fucking
so
fuck.
cold.
I've got my hands
I know.
in between my legs.
I know, I got a sweatshirt on.
I'm good in here, but it was like definitely cold
Alright.
out there.
Yeah, you should warm it up in there, champ. I'm saying, Kevin, if you're cold, instead of jerking your belly off, you should have told Andrew.
Do you want to come in here and pull like a half?
Yeah. Come in here. It's warm. It's toasty in here.
Come on in the studio.
Come on in.
Yeah.
Maybe, get a hug off Anna Heater and warm her up.
He gave me a hug when
I'll fucking go. I'm gonna hug the fuck.
Good. I'm gonna. You're gonna do that. We're gonna have to see. Wow.
Why don't you get a work hoodie, man? Everybody knows you need one of those around here.
He always has a work hoodie.
I know, and the one day it's like fucking freezing cold in here, I left it in my car.
Andrew has a t-shirt on with sweaty armpits. Like, he's not cold at all. Right.
He's sweating.
He's always constantly sweating. He gets very sweaty before the show because he's very nervous that the show might not go well. Which is weird because...
Why is that?
Well, I don't know, puts pressure on himself, but I mean, if now that me and Andrew are cool with each other, you could just, because if you just figure out that me and Tully are cool, then you wouldn't need to be nervous about the start of the show, because if we're happy
to worry about.
Yeah, we're probably the greatest radio I don't have anything to talk about talkers there is. Not to toot my own horn.
That's
See, there I go, Anahita. See?
Yeah, see?
I know there's...
I like that. Okay.
She likes every part of me.
It's a
I
little
can't lose. I fucking suck. She likes it. I fucking rule. She likes it.
No. I
Okay.
like that you acknowledge, because I feel, I'm being like a psychoanalyst today, but
Yes.
like, I feel like you don't give yourself credit. And so when I see little glimpses of that and you give yourself props, I like it. I don't know. I kind of feel like I've seen a different side of you than, maybe a lot of your listeners here. Because we had some deep discussions. We had actually some serious, deep discussions in the green room at CNN. And even like you opened up about some things on the show. And I don't know if you've done a lot of talking on your radio show. So about
he barely talks
your
here.
past. And
There's no idea how challenging it is.
You know what I'm saying.
Just give me something.
Jason, you know what I'm saying, right? You know what I'm saying.
Yeah, you know it's funny because I think
the human clam, we call him.
Oh my god.
Everybody calls me the human clam. Everybody.
Oh my god.
Check out my new Alistronics podcast where I don't say anything for an hour and 20 minutes. Just clam up.
Oh my god.
Oh
You're
shit.
making me cry.
The human clam, man. I'm gonna.
It's a man of few words with a 3-hour daily radio show.
It might not be. I'm getting that tattoo. That's so cool. The human clam.
God.
Why do they call you that? It's fucking obvious, isn't it? Anyway, what was I saying?
So.
Human clam. I'm gonna run with that one.
No,
Where were we?
One quick thing about Andrew, though. I hope we don't set him into, like, a place of ease, because his armpit sweating, it actually saves... I don't have to look at the clock or anything. You can tell what time it is by the size of his pit stains.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's so weird that you do that.
And then when the show ends, you can watch them regress.
Because he starts getting relieved that everything's
like
okay.
sand through the hourglass.
Do you think you're worried because you think that I'm going to ask you a question and you're not going to be able to make English come out of your mouth?
Oh, he said well and not good. That's very awesome. Appropriate grammar.
Very awesome.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And we're back.
That was.
You're quiet, Andrew. You should turn yourself up.
You guys are crazy. Wait, I don't see the sweat under his armpits. Am I just not seeing it?
He's pretty dry right now.
Okay.
Yeah. Wait, do you think you're good today because you have less pressure on yourself? Wait, so if I come in and I see your fucking armpits are sweating, that means the show's got fuck all lot to do? And I need to pick up the pace? Man, now you're going to make me sweat. Like, if I see your armpits sweating, I'll be like, oh, fuck, the show's going terrible. What am I going to do today?
Well, I think it's also the amount of moving pieces, right? Because I've been in that seat. You say, okay, Jude's going to be in. We'll figure out something to talk about with Jude. Anita's going to be in the second hour. We'll figure out something to do with her. Third hour, we're going to do unsigned bands. You have them pulled. They're on a CD. How wrong could that possibly go short of the CD not working? Which happens occasionally, but not that often when you're doing a bunch of bits. And it's like, well, I'm going to need this picture and this video for this, and I want to make sure everything works. And we all know our computers don't always cooperate. That's when it's very stressful, yeah? And nobody but us is talking about that, by the way.
Okay, so wait, what did Tyrese do?
Started crying, eating potato chips.
What?
Yeah.
He's kind of a mess lately. What was this
Yeah.
about? Was this like put on?
He
social
misses
media?
his daughter and he's hungry as fuck.
That about sums it up.
Yeah. Those are the two.
Wow, he's kind of. I mean, he's had some interesting posts lately. Oh yeah, there he is on TMZ.
It's a rough video.
You're not gonna play it again? I mean, if you want to hear, it, real, we're not gonna play the whole thing because it goes.
Sad?
It's both.
It's sad, but it's a little weird because of the chips.
Yeah, because of the chips. But I'm not gonna play as much as we did before. We will play a quick snippet, real quick. Probably, yeah.
Oh my god.
Just crying and eating chips.
That's so weird.
Right? Like it's such a... Man. It's great. It's all he's got is his chips and... Or his chips.
Chips and dip.
Chips and tears.
His kid.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, very sad.
You get the idea.
Yeah, I get the idea. Tyrese is a little bit unstable.
Yeah.
Just from like what I almost feel.
If I'm Doritos, I'm calling him right now because he is a live wire. If you every interview, he'd be munching.
Have you ever encountered him?
I have, yes.
And you found him to be an insane person as well?
It was years ago. We had some mutual friends, so I've, gone to like parties where he's been at parties and things like that. But way before he was, I've been to a party at his house before. Yeah.
Did he have the Benihana at that point?
The Benihana?
Yeah,
Pete's restaurant.
He had the Benihana in his house.
Oh no, I mean I don't know where he lives now, but this was like in the Inland Empire. He had like this huge.
Yeah, Temecula.
Yeah, that's where
really?
it is. Yeah.
Okay, that's where. Okay, no, there's
He
no
offered to do
Benihana
any
there.
dry cleaning.
Was there a nightclub vibe
He has
there?
a dry cleaner in his house.
Yeah.
I'm not making this up.
Yeah.
He came by here. He showed us a video he had privately financed and produced that was a documentary
to show
about
his house.
Yes.
Yeah, he stayed for like an hour after the show ended.
Are you
just showing
serious?
us his
Yeah.
stuff.
Did you feel like he was a little bit unstable?
Oh hell yeah.
Or, yeah, because I just noticed like he just gradually like kind of getting worse and worse. But no, I don't think he was like to this point back then. He was definitely like a cocky, arrogant guy. But yeah, that's sad. I know his wife is claiming abuse to get custody of his daughter or something.
Yes.
But that's messed up.
But it looked like
Is
it must
that
have.
here?
No, that's the Benihanas at Tyrese's house.
Yep,
With Aziz Ansari.
What are you not listening to us?
Gibsy Hana is what he calls
Hana?
it.
Yeah.
Oh
I guess
my
that was the
God.
best available pun.
I respect that move.
Wait, are you friends
You get
with
the
him,
money?
Jason?
Yep.
Yeah, so have you been there? Have you
No,
seen the...
I'm not
Okay.
really friends with him. He follows me on Twitter. I don't know why, but yeah.
But he's on your show and...
He's been on a few times.
Mhm.
Yeah, and he loves to eat chips.
That's what he does. He comes
Yeah.
by and eats chips.
Oh my God. Am I missing some chips reference?
No,
I
he
always
comes
feel
by
like
here
there's-
and eats chips. That's what
Okay.
He came in
Okay.
a second time after he'd already been in here before,
Uh-huh.
and as the door opened, he had a bag of chips in his hand, and he started eating chips, walking towards the microphone. And when he sat down, because he's Tyrese, he thought I wouldn't say anything, and I was like, if you fucking eat a chip on the microphone, the fucking interview is over.
Did you say...
And he's like, you're serious? I'm like, I'm fucking deadly serious, dude. Like,
But how did he not know that? Like, he had to have been
because
joking.
he knew. He came in thinking he could swing his dick, and I was not even fucking joking. I was deadly serious. If he was gonna grab that, he had it in his hand,
Mhm.
and it was going towards his mouth, and I was like, if you fucking bite that chip into the microphone, I'm not doing this interview. Like,
And he backed down. Did he, like...
he put the chip back in the
Oh,
packet.
shit. Oh, my God.
I wasn't fucking joking, because I'm like, man, I'm doing you a favor. Do you know what kind of a dick you look like right now if you go, before you even answer a question, that's your first thing on the microphone?
Mm.
Come on, man.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. I mean...
But he didn't do it. We're cool. So I really hope he's okay. He hit me up talking about all these billionaire fans. Maybe I don't have enough money to be hit. But I'll talk to you. I'm divorced. I'll tell you what to do.
In
First thing I
Dubai?
tell you to do is shut the fuck up. Stop making videos.
Yeah, spoken like a true... Yeah, that's actually going to work against
Yes.
him in any custody case, because it just looks like he's just not stable.
Which makes us feel like it's either he's unstable or me and tell you, like, maybe this is a big play. Like, he's just doing this to get big shout-outs. But that sounds like such a bad idea.
Yeah, that's not going to help him.
Very sad to be all the way up there and then to just, go crashing down because of, it's like this. His ex has broken him,
Mm-hmm.
and I can relate to that. I feel like being divorced, there's times there where, because the baby means there's no way out. You can't just say, that's it. I'm never talking to you again.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ever fucking call me. That's not the case.
Yeah.
You could be the worst person in your opinion that you've ever met on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to call them all the time, and they can be dicks to you every day if you want. And some people, I mean, I didn't even have a bad divorce compared to everybody else, I think. And I've had times where I'm like, man, I don't know if I can do this. Like, I can't stand this bullshit. So I can't even imagine. And then somebody like this who lives a life where he can walk on the radio shows and eat potato chips into the microphone.
Yeah.
That tells me that he gets his way all the time.
Yeah.
So it'd be even harder to just, when you go to court and you're a rich millionaire, like he should just shut the fuck up and give the dude the money. Everybody knows that's
how it should work, right? Celebrity justice.
I don't know if that's how it should work. You
does.
should know that that's how it works, and there's no point crying to the judge or to your fans, thinking that it's going to get overthrown, because your main concern should be, how do I get to see my daughter as many times as I can? Does any of this, crying to the... It's sort of like when you don't want to go to jail, like you talk to an officer, maybe he's warning you about something, you want to give him a little bit of attitude, because you don't think it's deserving. But if you give him a little bit of attitude, he might fucking put you in jail. Or you give him a little attitude, he goes, yeah? Fucking say something again and I'll put you in jail. You immediately back off. Yeah. Because you regret that was... It's because it was a bad move.
Yeah.
In divorce, it's like every time you think about the kid. Which also can be... Sometimes when the other person does something so wrong, you think, why aren't you thinking about the kid? Mm-hmm. It's sort of like somebody that says fuck you enough, you say fuck you back, and then you're on fire, and what you're doing is ruining your kid's life.
That's so true.
I suspect a lot of what's going on with him is there might have been a period of time where, like you said, you've seen him get a little bit loonier as time has gone on.
Yes.
When you get away with crazy behavior, when it comes time when you're in real life situations to rein that back in, you might not. That muscle might be too weak to actually work anymore. I'm thinking of the one time the bass player from the band System of a Down did something 10 years ago at our old studio. And they had been massively famous for a long time, and he was the kind of guy that when he showed up had a guy who carried like a boom box, and it had to be just the right song to set the mood for where his day was, and he brought, what's that big long incense shit that you keep in bundles?
Sage?
Yeah, that you use to like cleanse. And he had a guy.
And he cleansed my studio.
Yeah, like he has to have the sage where he goes to. Now let's just say a guy like that has a kid and with a lady, and then they get divorced. Now all of a sudden he's got to be like rational person in front of a judge. Yeah. No, he's the guy who's going to be crying on a video on TMZ too, because he's too far gone. He's been living too far outside of reality for too long to just make a U-turn.
Yeah, and I think that's true. I think sometimes when you have that kind of money and that kind of power, to a certain extent, your brain, the composition of your brain changes. It does. They're so used to being like surrounded by yes men, and they can never do anything wrong, and they feel they can walk on the Jason Ellis show and eat chips right into the microphone, and that's cool. Like, but I've just noticed, like, I've seen this gradual like breaking down of Tyrese. It's just weird. Like he's posted some really long things on Instagram. He ends up deleting them the next day. So, I don't know. I hope at the end of the day that his daughter is okay, because she's the one that'll probably end up suffering the most.
He should call me. I'm sure he's listening. Hit me up. I'll tell you what to do. And if you do exactly what I tell you what to do, everything will be 100% better than what you're doing right now.
Is your ex still with the Persian guy?
Persian Jewish guy. No, she left that guy.
Oh, she left him.
Now she's got another guy.
Okay.
And I met this guy for the first time the other day, and he seems like a really nice, grown-up, put-together guy, and he's nice to the kids, and he's not trying to duck me or be weird, and I'm just super thankful because I've had the. It's funny when you have the other one. So it's. If you have really shit and then you move up, you're super pumped. If you're up top and then you move down, you're super bummed out. So for me, I've only had two these boyfriend guys that I've had to deal with, and one was such a fucking bummer that I was like, man, is this the way it's gonna be? Is this what they do?
Was that the Persian guy?
Yeah. I never met him.
Don't ask me how I even remember that.
You loved that one. I think you were giving me. She was really trying. She was trying to help me out. Because I was trying to understand why he wouldn't meet me or anything, and you were trying to.
Probably scared to death.
Yeah, but that's crazy. But anyway, as I said, super pumped on her being happy with a guy, and that him being. He's totally. I said that the good thing about me is I'm kind of a child at heart, but I'm also not. Completely rational on like everybody else's term. I'm a little off to this. A little off. And he's very, very grounded and very put together. And I always felt like my ex can give that to my kids because she's very organized and grounded. So if he's there and he's doing that as well, I like that my kids can take a piece of that because I don't have that part so much. You know what I mean? There's other things that I am really good about, but like doing homework with me. My kids aren't doing homework with me. They know. Like, they don't even bring it up anymore, but they know.
You don't get, like, any type of jealousy at all to see her, like, with another guy or...
No, not at all. Oh, my God.
That's completely dead?
Oh, not at all.
I always think that would be so hard. I mean, I've never been married, but I just don't know how that would... I mean, you've obviously moved on and all that, but still, there's not even, like, a part of you that
Not at all.
Well, answer something. So you must have been in some sort of long-term relationships at some point?
Yeah.
And I'm sure that are you still friends with them on Facebook?
No, because he didn't have... The one guy that I was in a long-term relationship with he wasn't on social media.
Okay. Yeah. Would you care if you knew that he was in a relationship?
Ooh. Initially, when we
a little lower lip quiver.
I think it would be fake of me to say like, oh, I just want to see him so happy. I mean,
fuck that guy.
I don't. Yeah, like it wasn't even like a bad breakup or anything like that. But
fuck him.
A little part of me would be jealous, even though I don't. I mean, that's long gone. It's been 3 years.
If I didn't have kids, I'd be saying what Telly's saying. But that's my kid's mom.
Yeah.
I want my kid's mom. I want my kids to know. No, it isn't. It's rational.
A lot of people don't, especially because it's their baby mama. They don't want to see another guy with her, even if they've moved on and they.
I'll tell you what would worry me, which would be impossible. Way more she needs to worry about it than I do. If she went out with somebody that was just a fucking moron and was weird around the kids, that would be the ultimate. And that's why I'm saying this Tyrese thing. You never know the whole circumstances, but. as I was just about to say, if my ex's boyfriend was a fucking moron, like Danny Bonaducci or something, I would, my fucking life would be fucking over. It would be.
Yeah.
Because I can't kill him. You know what I mean? I can't go to jail. But he needs to die. And I've got to know that my kids are like, I came home from school and Danny Bonaducci said that I need to fucking smoke a cigarette or something. I'd be like, oh my god! Andrew, how could you go with Danny Bonaducci?
They call him Dad and he gives them steroids.
You know, and he, when I drop off the kids, it's like Bonaducci's out there fucking flexing with a tank top on.
With like a Harley.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh my god.
Oh my god. But how did
What's up, Ellis?
How did you never meet the other boyfriend?
He just dodged me for 4 years.
For 4 years.
For 5, actually, I think.
Holy shit. Wait, so what was his deal? Did you ever find out, like, why he dodged you?
I bet you it's because he knew you would be intimidating to him, and he didn't want your ex seeing him like that.
Right.
That's my theory.
Yeah, he knew he wasn't going to have a good enough poker face to look cool. Even though I have always been ready to just say, fucking kids, man! I don't know that much, but the things I do know, I'm spot on. Kids. Hey, man, how you doing? Really like some... I don't fucking... Honestly, I don't want to know anybody. I don't want to talk to any of you, but I had babies. Hey, I like people. Let's go to the soccer game and fucking hug it out. I'll fucking go to the soccer game. They're terrible.
But how do you...
They're not listening, but, I mean, my son's amazing. My daughter is terrible.
A soccer?
Yeah, she doesn't care.
I see the videos that you post, though. Oh my god, don't say that.
As long as she's having fun. That's what that... Look, to me, if you're playing sport, whoever's having the most fun is the winner of the game. I can say that as an ex-athlete. When I was the best I ever wasn't as happy as when I was having the most fun just skateboarding with my friends.
So when are you going to have a pool party at your house? Because I keep seeing videos of your pool and all the, like, cool blow-up things that you guys have in there.
You don't want to go to my pool party.
It seems like you have a nice... No, it looks cool. But it's always just
hashtag
you.
Persian girl can't handle the truth.
Hashtag Persian girl. Well, no.
You're going to need some new hashtags.
Really?
At the party, yeah.
Is it a good thing or bad thing?
Hashtag holy shit.
Depends on what you're into.
Hashtag...
Oh, it's like that.
Yeah, hashtag my knees hurt.
But you never, I mean, maybe you just don't post them, but it's always just you with your dogs in there, like with the little, like, blow-up things.
Oh, you just want to swim with my dogs?
No, I mean, it looks like a cool party, like a place to have, like, a party, but it's always just, on your videos, it's just kind of you, like, playing around with your dogs in the pool.
I don't know.
Are you having parties and not inviting me?
Yes.
That's messed up.
Because you wouldn't. What about if I invite you to a party and it's just like a whole bunch of chicks naked in there?
We've partied together. Sometimes I
have
think
never
you don't
seen
remember.
you naked. I have never seen you naked. I would recall that.
Your girlfriend, not naked.
Wait, what?
Your wife kind of did.
What? When was that?
You don't remember? His face just turned
Man, you're making it. Okay, you make it. It's not red, but you're making it out like something happened, doesn't it?
It was somebody's birthday, and it was me, Sam, Jason, your girl, and me. Somewhere.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? I think it was the Roosevelt. Was it the Roosevelt a couple of years ago? You don't remember
No. But wait, when did you get changed in front of her or something?
Yeah, I think we were talking about something, and you dared me to show her something.
Oh, okay.
Do you remember
But not
that?
in front of me. You guys went off.
No, your girlfriend. Yeah,
right.
your
yeah.
wife. Yeah.
Okay.
Katie. And Sam.
Sam saw it as well.
Yeah.
Did she think that was... So what did they see? How far did you go?
Just this part.
Just the top.
Yeah.
Right. That's pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
Man.
Because you were like, I bet you... I don't remember what exactly it was, but you were like challenging me and challenging me, and you're like... And it was like, of course, I had to prove that you were wrong, so... Yeah. Do you remember at all?
Oh, wait. She showed... Oh, wait a minute.
What? What are you reading?
Wait, did I see your nipple?
Who just said that?
My wife?
Oh, see, she remembered.
Yeah.
See?
Pretty sure.
You didn't.
Pretty sure.
Katie
She said.
did.
She said she showed us her nipple. Pretty sure we all saw it. You said she would have had dark nipples.
That's what it was.
And
yes.
she didn't.
I couldn't remember if it was like you thought they were fake or something. Yeah, that's right. Katie, yes. Yep.
There it is.
Yep.
Not dark nipples.
No.
Nobody would have guessed that, right?
No, definitely. Tell us more about this nipple.
Yeah, right? Now we're going...
I do peg for dark nipples for sure.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Well, I was actually thinking about what we were talking a couple times about your dark nipples. And it turns out I've seen them and they're not dark.
No, you didn't see them.
Right, because there's no
Katie
fucking
did.
way my brain would let that escape.
You
There's
didn't
certain
see
ones
it.
where I'd be like,
Sam,
no, dude,
Katie
you stay.
and I went, and then we all kind of like showed each other.
Oh,
But I did
wow,
it.
you all showed each other your boobs?
Yeah, I remember Katie
God
was wearing.
damn it!
Katie was wearing like these really, really short shorts, and we were like, Sam and I were like, oh my god, her body's so perfect. And she just like kind of stood up, and then you're like, well, show them, baby, show them. And she turned around, and she was kind of giving us like a little show, and I was like fifth wheel there that night, and so like the topic got onto breast, and then and that's how that happened.
Man, alright, you can go to the pool party. I wasn't even going to have one, but I'm having one now.
You should.
Yeah.
You should. Yeah, I'm surprised that Katie remembered that. I couldn't. I wanted to say that you were saying that I guess me and Sam had fake boobs or something, but I think
I would believe. Yeah, I would have thought that when I first saw everybody in there. Yeah. It's a fair enough. Big boobs are these days. You just jump to they're not real because of how many people have them. Yeah. But it makes sense that old
natural. Sam's all natural. Yeah. So that it happened, and it was at the Roosevelt Hotel.
Right. Well, they saw it and I didn't, but that's still, I'm pretty close. I kind of organise it, which makes me sound pretty cool. Now I understand why you think I'm cool.
And
that's a pretty cocky move.
Yeah, but wait a minute.
I don't know how I pulled that off.
No, but we made a bet.
Yeah.
And like, I don't remember. You owe me now because you were wrong.
What was okay, yeah, right.
Let's
so what do you want?
Figure out what is it anything I want?
Yeah, I mean, you want to see
anything
if
I
you
want.
want to see if my penis is dark?
No, because I know it's not.
Jason has jet black nipples.
Wait, Andrew, why are you hiding your? Am I going too far?
No, that's not the bet payout. Yeah. No.
Well, why would I shave my face? You're like, come on, man. Like, why would I make it bad?
Because that benefits you. Like,
no, it doesn't.
Benefits
you.
How does that benefit me?
You need to know if I have a black dick or not.
I know you don't have one.
You don't know that.
Yes,
he does have an albino anus.
Do you want to see my albino anus?
No, I do not.
All right.
No, but you owe me, so we gotta think about.
You sure? It's a pretty good prize.
Wait, time out. You said anything I want.
Yeah.
And that's like on the record.
I mean,
you said it,
I'm not giving you money or anything.
No, but it has to be something within reason.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have to think about that because you owe me. I won the bet, and we have witnesses. So.
Well, that's the. What do you want to? Do you want to like see my nipples?
No.
Do you want to see?
It has to be something good, something I enjoy, not something that you would enjoy.
Do you want to
see Kevin's nipples?
Do you want me to give you a lap? No. Do you want me to give you a lap dance?
Yeah.
You want me to give you a lap dance?
Yes.
Oh God.
Yes. Or not even a lap dance, but like you can do like a strip, like some.
You want me to
like,
strip for you?
Yeah. You don't have to get completely nude, but. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't have to get. How nude do I have to get?
Oh look, lap dance music.
So Anita, would you say for you this is more about sex or power?
Power, for sure.
Oh, then I'm not doing it.
That was very clever.
Thank you.
Andrew, turn that shit off.
Yeah, you found the saddest lap dance music on the internet.
How do you do that? You should be banned from the internet. Strip dancing music, and you just play a fucking crying piano tune.
It's called sexy girl lap dance music.
It's called. It's called stripper kills herself.
What about?
This is the most not stripper song ever.
No.
Ever.
That's horrible. That's like depressing.
It's not even a song.
Yeah, it's someone practicing piano.
It's like someone eating peanuts at a pub.
He needs
It's
to
like
put
someone
like
deciding
some
to drop
rap
out of high school.
It's a shitty piano player that's contemplating death.
There we go.
No, it isn't where we go.
Coming to the
No, they don't. No, they
play.
No stripper has ever come out to this. Maybe a gay guy has come out to this song, but this is Ben. You are so gnarly. These are the two stripper songs.
You need some rap. You need like some like.
Yeah, or like or glam rock. Music. Like fucking. It's like two kinds of chicks. You know what I mean? There's the Motley Crues, and then there's the.
Let's hear some Future.
What do you want, like a Skinny Bob?
No.
Wait a minute, this is my bet. Why are you guys getting to choose?
What's your fantasy?
Yeah, what's your fantasy?
Well, no, hold on. I have to. Okay, I would love to hear some like Future, like some like gangster rap, and I want to see you do like a little like a strip tease, and we have to videotape it.
Why? Wait, videotape?
Yes.
Okay, videotape. I'll videotape. You need to show me your tits in real life.
No, not happening. So wait, is this?
Well, then I'm not doing. You gotta post a video.
I won the bet. Why does this turn into?
But why are you trying to humiliate me on social media? That doesn't work.
Wait a minute. Is this like being like? Is this on TV too? Not TV.
Yeah. It's on my website. It's on YouTube as well.
No, but I mean, where's the camera?
One there and one there on the wall.
Okay. Oh, okay. So it's on this. Okay. Well, if you don't want to do that, then I'll have to think of something else that you're going to have to do. And it's not like I have to do something back because I already won the bet.
I know, but you were just added. It's sort of. I didn't know that we were like a bet a year ago where you were involving like social media humiliation.
That's not humiliation.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. You've done worse.
On social media, I've done worse than give you a lap dance.
I mean, I've seen some of your guys' videos, yeah.
I mean, you know what? You want a fucking lap dance? I'll give you a lap dance where the video gets posted. You won't want me to post it.
Oh, shit. Now I'm scared. Now I'm blushing. No, wait, but it has to be...
Just realize. I know how I turn this around.
Yeah,
I'll put you on this fucking couch and give you... I'll blue ball myself for 15 minutes.
I'll never
Put that on YouTube.
I'll never work again.
Right.
Private dance.
Well, wait a minute.
Tina Turner with a man.
Yeah, wait a minute. Even if I don't do that...
Wait a minute.
Even if I just dance around... Even if I dance... That's a good song for me to do it to. Thank you.
With a mangina?
Wait a minute. Is that why you said that?
What?
I don't think his wig looks like Tina Turner's.
He was singing Private Dancer.
I do not look like Tina Turner at all.
Wait, that was hilarious that you even knew that
look,
song.
this is radio. We do funny shit all the time. You got to move on. Don't
Okay, but wait,
stay in the moment.
Can you turn your...
You don't even
That's
ask
so
their
funny.
names.
Why do you know that?
What are you talking about? We both...
kidding me?
Yeah, who the fuck doesn't know that song?
Iconic.
I'm sorry.
She's a stripper with a heart of gold. She wants
Every-
to have a family, Anahita.
Everybody knows that song. Anyway,
When
I
she
really
jumps,
like
when she
that,
jumps the octave in the
if I
second chorus.
just do a strip dance, striptease,
Right there in
yeah,
front of the camera.
and then come over to you.
No.
Oh, it's just
you. It
Oh,
involves
okay.
you.
Oh, that.
And then I get
You're
to
not even in it?
videotape it and no, because this is my bet. It's not your humiliation of me. It's
Man,
my
you just added
humiliation
stuff.
of you. How did I add stuff? You offered it.
I know. Yeah, but there's no. I said I'll give you a lap dance, and you said yes, and now you've turned it into.
Well,
now I'm up against the wall by myself, twirling around. Like you changed it.
Playing Private Dancer.
I'm not dancing by myself in the corner to Private Dancer.
Oh my god.
Not doing it.
Your wig is Tina Turner.
It is not. What are you talking about?
This is where you're actually like swinging on the pole, because she's gonna break it down in
Oh
a
my
second.
God.
Here we go. Now you slow it back down.
Slow it back down.
Lick your middle finger, run it over
Yeah.
your nipples.
Yeah, the only way I'm doing this is if I get to dance
Jason,
on you.
Slowly stick
I'm
your.
dying right now. No.
Slowly put.
Well,
the,
then no deal.
Run your thumb.
It's got to be
Wait, but
together.
It's my bet. It's my
So that's
bet.
like, but it's like saying cut your finger off. You got to
No.
be rational.
No, but that's
You
not
got to be rational. It is.
No,
I'm
it
not
would-
putting it. That's not rational.
Okay, irrational would be like, give me like $5,000.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be a fair bet. Like you showed the girls your nipple, and I didn't get to see it, and now you're like, I gotta fucking. It's gotta be a fair trade.
Though, but you
A
made
fair
the
bet.
You made the bet, not me.
Yeah, but I
What were
didn't.
the terms when the bet was made?
Yeah, the terms weren't
I'll
this.
bet you anything that they're fake and they're this, and I'm like, okay, fine. So then I went and I proved I was wrong, and we made the bet, and I never got to he never paid up on it. I haven't seen you since then.
Mm,
Well, he
I'll
got
have
what he
to
wanted.
think of something.
I was gonna say. I was gonna say that after she left.
You're gonna play me like that?
I felt like I already have.
No. I'm gonna hold you to that. We should ask people what would
Nobody
be a
wants
good...
to. That's exactly. Nobody wants
I
to see
think-
me do that.
Yes, they do. I bet you.
Who?
people
Okay, I'll
wanna
take phone calls.
private
855
dinner.
Ellis 41. You rather see me in the corner, or would you rather see me give her a lap dance?
Well, of course they're gonna say.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
no.
So we're trying to do better for the show, not just better for you.
So you mean okay? Fine. Let's see.
I'll
what
do
they
it for the
want.
show if everybody
Okay.
wants it.
Okay. How do we see? Are people calling? in?
855 Ellis 41. I'll take phone calls right now. Would you rather I gave her a lap dance, or would you rather I stood in the corner and danced by myself?
To Tina.
Well,
Turner's private
no.
dancer?
Tina Turner is getting played in
Regardless?
both. Yeah. That's what I'm dancing to,
Okay.
regardless.
Okay.
Takes a minute for the message to go up with the satellite.
Jackson,
Oh, really?
welcome to the show. Good. Need to dance for her. Thank you, Jackson. There you go. There's one for me.
Oh.
Wait, is it?
Yeah, Janet dance for her. I know, like, you know, I mean, otherwise, or by myself. Those are the two votes.
Yeah, but or by yourself in the corner to Tina Turner's Private Dancer.
Don't try to add Tina Turner, because I'm dancing for you to Tina Turner. So it's both.
Okay.
So don't try to push that out.
I love how my bet gets turned into what he wants.
It's not what I want. I don't want to do either one of them.
Yes. Okay. Fine. Let's do. Answer the other calls.
Andrew, welcome to the show.
Andrew. Oh my God! Of course, everyone's gonna say that. They're
You
gonna
said
have your back. Well, they're gonna have your back.
Jacob, welcome to the show.
Oh my
Right?
God. What?
Brian, welcome to the show.
Yes, Brian.
Okay, there's one versus 3.
You spelled my name wrong. Okay.
Derek, welcome to the show.
Wait, which one?
Does that mean dance for her or dance by myself? Thank you.
Oh my God, that was leading. Okay.
Objection.
I know, right?
Objection, goddammit. Okay,
Frank,
fine.
welcome to the Jason Ellis show. What?
Sounds like a lap dance.
Lap dance,
No,
right?
no,
Oh,
by himself.
there it
You
is.
guys are
You take this call. Here,
okay,
Anthony.
Anthony, come on, like I need some support here. That's oh my God! Do any girls? I mean, why don't some girls call in?
Yeah, girls call in and defend Anahita. What would you rather me do, girls?
Ladies, come on.
Or Twitter. I'll look at my Twitter at Ellis May. Any girls tell me that I shouldn't do that and do the other one? Sure.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Brennan.
Yes.
There you
thank
go.
You.
That's 2 for you.
No, that's 3. Yeah, oh my God, he's
2.
cheating over there. That's
Charlie.
3.
It's 2.
Oh my.
Yes, Charlie. Welcome to the show.
Yes, thank you, Charlie.
Fuck you, Charlie.
That's 4. Your boy is putting that on.
It's 3. Welcome to the Jason Ellis show, Chris.
Oh my God.
All right, I mean.
What are we going up to 10
We're going
here?
up to 20.
All right, we'll go to
Or
10.
not.
No, we're not going to.
So that's already. Oh.
This is radio.
No.
Yeah, so
Okay.
we've seen crazier comebacks here before.
Yeah. Go ahead, Clayton. Should I dance by myself or for her?
No.
Well, I'm not going to pull my wiener out and put it in your face. But the lap dance is the vote. Go ahead, Michael. Oh, up to 4 versus 8.
Good. Thank you, people.
Go ahead, Jake. Welcome to the show. Fuck you.
Oh, no, that one. Okay, so that's a vote for me.
No, it's not.
Fine.
Aaron, welcome to the Jason Ellis show. Oh, God.
I love you guys.
Fuck.
It's getting close. Oh.
Andrew, welcome to the show. Show
that corner.
That's
your dark
by
side.
himself. Is
that by myself?
Yes. Thank you.
Allow 8 to 7.
Oh, I love you guys.
Fucking come on, guys! What are you
Love you
doing? Jordan, welcome to the show. Yes.
Oh, Jordan.
9 to 7.
You guys,
Come on.
More vote for
you
lap
guys,
dance.
you guys, this is the deciding vote. Please support me.
Oh, wow.
Support me.
Yeah. Keep doing that. Keep tripping. Nick, welcome to the show.
Nick, it's on you. Nick. What?
One more time, buddy. All right.
Yes.
Corner.
Yes,
9 to 8.
No, 9.
No,
What?
it was 9 to 7. It was 9 to 7.
Oh.
He already switched it.
Fine.
Bernie, welcome to the show.
Anybody's ball game. We have
Oh my
one more
God.
phone call to decide this.
I love Ellis fam. Okay, one more. Whoever this is.
I'm going to take a girl. Make it even fairer, okay?
Well, females are gonna support. Oh my God.
Yes, Lauren, welcome to the show. Oh my God.
I won.
So
I
fucking bad.
won. Yes, thank you. I
back,
love
kid.
you guys. You are very, very, very loyal, like I said. Okay, go for it. Do you want to do it now, or should we do it on another date where we have time and...
Let's do it now.
Oh, okay, wait. Hold on. I gotta get my phone ready. You guys?
I suppose I have to film this too.
Yes, you must film
Somebody's
it.
gonna have to get the
Okay,
music
wait.
with
Private dancer. Woo! Yeah! Woo! He's doing it.
The overalls are down. The butt's out. Seductively giving a little slap.
Oh my god.
Coyly humping a chair.
He's good. Something tells me he's done this before.
Drawing attention out of the cock area.
Now drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it.
I don't
drop
do
it
that.
Like it's hot.
What do you mean drop?
Wait a minute. I'm dictating this.
Well, if you're dictating, then I'm dancing for you. So
Drop it like it's hot.
drop what? My pants? What do I drop?
It means like your body. Like you
Oh,
drop
like
your
that?
body like it's hot. Yeah.
My
like
chair,
that,
my chair's in the way.
yeah. Oh, woo. Okay, he is such a good sport.
Alright.
He totally legit did it. And thank you, I won the bet. That's awesome. Like I said, you're
Wait, come touch.
I was trying to put the headphones on my phone.
Can we not post that one on the
that's
Jason Ellis Show's Instagram?
I mean, if we were gonna post it, I'd have to chop your ass out.
Okay, that.
Oh yeah, okay, cool.
That I'm gonna post it too. I gotta crop it because that was.
Wait, why are you gonna crop it? What came out?
The ass will
Everything
get you
came
banned.
out. Yeah, they'll block it.
Right, was it whole?
I don't think.
Wait,
I think they have the same rules for crack as well as
okay.
whole.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, good.
You
Well done.
did
Well played,
good.
Jason.
That was actually pretty good.
You had no idea what erotic fulfillment awaited
That
you
was
when you
really.
came in here
I
today.
had no idea.
I might try that dance in the TV pitch this afternoon. See if they're like, sorry, we're not interested. I'll be like, wait. Somebody hit private
pitching?
dancer.
Yeah, somebody put that. What are you pitching?
Just a show about how stupid I am or whatever. You know.
Oh, okay. That's not
Sell it.
vague.
I'm selling. Well, it's it's a what is it? A docu-series
Oh.
on
okay.
the exciting life of Jason Ellis and how many things he does, and
The camera's
he's a
following
family
you.
man. He's a radio man. He's a
Private
tattoo
dancer.
fighter, private dancer. What can he not do? Read. That's what he can't do.
Wait, the wig though, the wig in that video. You just did a striptease to Tina Turner.
Fuck you. And he just said again, fuck. You
But
fucking ass.
he pronounced
And
it
fuck
like-
everybody that called in. I love how you all just.
guys. Everybody that voted for me. Thank
Yeah,
you
enjoy
so
the Anahita
much.
Santa Gatfile show
Yes.
Monday to Friday, you pricks.
Yes, just join my show.
Fuck.
That's classic. That's gonna be posted. Are you gonna post it on Instagram?
You can't.
You can't?
You can post it on Twitter.
Wait, why can't you post it on Instagram?
You just fucking said. Are you not
No,
paying
no, no,
attention?
you don't have to show.
I can clip that.
Yeah,
I can
you don't
cut
have
that
to
part
show
out.
that. You have to because that's part of the bet. So, and then I'll redo yours. But yeah, you have to cut that one part out. I kind of moved my phone like this a little bit, so I didn't get that part.
Is anybody from Fox News? Any chance they'd be like, so we saw that guy stripping in a wig on your Instagram?
Yeah.
It's not a
what was
wig.
that? It's a wig.
God,
Wait, but what
my
is that
actual
like a
hair.
Halloween thing? Like, why is he wearing that?
I
For
wear
real?
wigs now whenever I want to, like Elton John. I do.
But why does it look like that? Like, it's like a mullet.
It's not a mullet. It's just the headphones that make it look like that.
What is it? Why?
Yeah,
is
'cause
it
the
fucking-
hair is tucked behind the
Yeah.
headphones.
I'm
so
working.
It gives the appearance of a mullet.
Yeah.
But it's
It's just long.
okay.
It's
That's
fucking
let's see.
hair, man.
You
Fuck
look
off.
So weird. You look so different.
I know, but that's
okay,
what I.
It's not a mullet. That one out there was a mullet. That
Right.
wig
This
out
is a
there was
legitimate. This is my fucking hair. Stop attacking
I
me.
like the baldness much better than the hair.
Right. Well, you can have that. You can have it all. I mix it up.
Thank you.
Thanks for being on the show, Anahita.
Thank you for having me. I love you guys. I really missed you all, and now your fans are like loyal to me.
Right.
So, mwah, to all of them.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
AnahitaLaw.com, which would provide links to all your other stuff.
Yes, that's my website, and then obviously it's on Twitter and Instagram, Anahita Seda, ANAHITA SEDA.
There it is.
The number 2 all-time poster using the hashtag Persian Girl.
Persian Girl, number 1. Yeah.
We'll be back.
So cool. I don't think I've even seen that website in so long. Oh my god. Always a fucking good time. So different than my everyday boring ass life.
Yeah.
Are you good though? Is everything going good? Everything's
awesome.
Are you guys gonna have babies?
Fuck no.
No more kids?
No way.
Does she
No,
want kids?
no.
Really?
Yeah, not even close.
Well, you have 2.
Yeah,
I don't think it's even gonna ever be on my cards. Okay, wait, let's do our picture. You still go till 3 though, right?
Mhm.
So Drew is dying that he's like, oh my god, I wish I was there. Like when I told him I was coming here. Are you guys still in touch?
I was on his podcast last week.
Oh really? He's in New York now. But he's like, you have to. This was the mullet. Where'd it go? Hey, where'd it go? That wig.
We don't know what you're talking about.
There was like this wig with like a mullet.
Talking about you don't know what we're talking about. I saw it too.
I don't know, Andrew probably scooped it up because, yeah, he likes hiding wigs everywhere.
When you're done getting dressed, wear it to work.
Did you get
the wig?
Oh, just back. Yeah, I mean it's there. It's like it's one of the maybe Kevin wore it in the Hate Bean thing. Maybe.
It's so funny seeing you like that. Like I don't even recognize you. It's so weird. And it's like
Shut up,
plastic.
Betsy. Come on, go on the step and repeat.
Wait, hold on.
Did you get Valley stickers?
Yeah, I have it, but do you
Okay.
want to take a picture?
Yeah,
Oh, no,
here.
up there? Okay. It was nice to see you guys.
Yeah, likewise.
Thank you for everything.
Huh?
Yeah.
I swear this was not here last time.
Okay, see you.
You need more seltzer?
I think I got one. Good. God damn it. I thought for sure I was blue balling her in the corner. I was like, everyone's got my back. This is a done deal. Fuck.
Yeah, I think this is a really good example of where, since the news has actually been working, I imagine we just get Kevin in again.
I've got 2 Ellis fan got talent.
Oh, okay. I think.
So I would say we can save unsigned games.
I think so too. I would assume we'd have some interest in that hockey fight. Is that?
Yeah.
It's 3 minutes that never really stops.
And if you want the Connor explanation video versus
Right.
faggot, like we have that too.
Yeah. Yeah.
The got talent submissions, one's like a chick 5 seconds rolling her tongue, really dumb. The other one's a dude jumping over a car with a motorcycle.
Okay.
Kevin, do you have a photo from inside the studio?
I'm gonna send that video to Katie.
The dance one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are we doing on time? No?
So I can show you the 3 submissions for Ellis Fams Got Talent. We have a couple different headlines and videos. The Connor, the hockey fight, all that stuff.
Let's do it.
All hail the king!
Conor McGregor has apologized for repeatedly using a gay slur to describe a fighter post-fight in Gdansk, Poland on October 21st.
What'd he say?
Following his teammate, is it Artem Lubov?
Yeah.
Following Artem Lubov's unanimous decision loss to one Andre Fili,
Yeah.
McGregor was seen on
Touchy-feely.
camera backstage calling Fili a faggot at least 3 times.
Why?
Because he doesn't like him. Wow.
He actually does pretty good at getting out of shit that he says. Like people, when he called Mayweather a boy,
Mm-hmm.
It's very believable. It's funny. He's very convincing. I don't know if it's because I'm a fan or not, but when I see him say that, I'm like, I don't think he really hates gay people. I think he's just still got that word in his pocket, like a lot of people do.
Yep, I still call things gay all the time.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, it doesn't mean anything about gay people. The two words are it's like what do they call them? Homonyms? Like what's a Betsy? What's a homonym? But mean two totally different things. Right, like here or here. It's like pretty much that's the way they function in my mind. Is like here to listen to things, here like as opposed to over there. I will say this though, he is never at a loss for words, and that was about as at a loss for words as I have ever seen Conor McGregor. But I think we all know what happened here, and there's really not a whole lot to really discuss.
Yeah.
What we do need to discuss is a couple of submissions for Ellis Fandom Got Talent.
I love that they're still coming in. This is going to be big. The more people that send these videos in, the more potential of having a serious amount of people show up and having a talent contest. You gotta have a talent.
Thanks to everybody who has sent these to submit to ellis@gmail.com. I think we're going to run out of time today to do unsigned bands, so this would also function as your last chance to get in on this our next edition of Unsigned Bands, most likely tomorrow. So also send those to submit to ellis@gmail.com along with your talent videos.
Okay. Ashley looks pretty cute. Got a tongue out.
She curled her tongue.
Tongue taco. Tongue W. Right. As soon as I saw the video, I expected more. I'm not going to lie. From me, a tongue taco and a tongue W, not going to Hollywood.
No, I think in her heart of hearts, she probably suspected that it would not be enough.
Yeah, kind of bummed out that I watched that video. I want my life back. Yep. Good luck, Mike. Mike's got a car and he's out on the streets. Oh! Mike, a one-hander over the dude! Sick shit!
So a car peels around the corner and Mike comes out of nowhere.
Another angle!
Over the car.
Oh! Fucking sweet! That was fucking sweet! Man. Okay, now we're talking about an outdoor event. He comes and he does that jump. Somebody else does the fucking on the microphone. We got ourselves an event here. I'm saying he goes to Hollywood.
Sure, I wouldn't argue with that.
They're going to Hollywood. What kind of? Don't you think that's a cool show? Hanging out, maybe get a band or something, and some food, and then have some stunts. Does this mean Drone Guy is back here next? Yes, it does. He's in. Does he have to go between the legs properly? Yeah.
Not if he's not serious about winning.
Right. Yeah. Good point. Yeah. I would go through a lot of people's legs if I was looking to win this because there's a lot of stiff competition. That guy just did a one-handed moto jump over a car drifting around a corner. Shit just got real, Ellis fam. Step it up. Because now I'm thinking about outdoor, thinking about Hoonigan, thinking about maybe doing my stunt, maybe making it a stunt day. Finally, there's a big reason here for it all to come together. Everybody can come, witness it. I like what's happening right now.
And we have one last submission. It's a guy who sent something in earlier, but he wanted to expand upon what he was able to do with John.
Good luck to you, John. Anytime you're ready, John.
Well, I figured I had to step up my game, so not only can I do 2 strokes.
Fuck, that's good.
You can also do 4 strokes.
Give me a panic rave. Oh, damn it. It's Still pretty sweet, but I mean, if I was him, I wouldn't be sending any more videos. You can't pull out all the stops before you go to Hollywood. You're already in Hollywood.
That's right.
Calm down.
Shoot your wad while it's still in your pants.
Right? Fuck. What are you gonna do now? Like a tricycle? Like you tapping out, man? Now, Andrew.
Well, that's exciting. Again, keep those submissions coming to submit to ellis@gmail.com. Excuse me, along with your unsigned bands. There was a pretty epic hockey fight that went down back in 1998. Until now, it has belonged mainly to the realm of myth. But the video was uploaded, and you can now feast your eyes on a 3-minute brawl between the Tallahassee Tiger Sharks and the Louisiana Ice Gators.
Okay, you got to put that up on Twitter. So I got to see this. A guy fell over, and then a guy punched him, and he went down.
Yeah. And
now the guy that got punched down got back up. Oh, and now... Oh, wait, now it's a group fight.
Yeah, there's 1 or 2 fracases happening right up against the other team's bench. And see, that's a recipe for disaster. Because, of course, they're going to defend their teammate.
All right,
but it makes it a multi-person melee.
I mean, so far, these two dudes are just dancing with each other.
They're hugging.
Maybe the camera should go over to the... Oh, look, because these other guys are still full-on fighting over
by the bench, yeah. The ref's in the middle there. Yeah, these guys are fucking slow dancing.
Yeah. I'd be punching right now because now you're allowed to. Like, the refs are busy.
They are. They pulled some guys apart. Oh, yeah, say that again, buddy. I don't know why I talk like this. I'm from Tallahassee.
Oi! I hit you with a Woody and a Toonie. Wait, there's no ref there. I feel like somebody else is trying...
the ref is trying to make this a one-on-one fight. He's just pushing people away to keep these guys fighting one-on-one. And see, he's being unsuccessful in that, so now it's 2-on-1.
Oh!
Now it's 4-on-2. Ref in the middle pleading for some sort of sanity. Not here today.
Oh no, Garris is off the bench. Now we're all fucked.
I love
Holy
how
shit.
announcers have to be able to be fight announcers.
Yeah. Man, really...
I'm throwing some really bad lefts.
A lot of people doing the jersey tie-up thing. It's really stopping the punches from flowing.
It's like the BJJ of hockey fights.
Yeah, right?
You know, you have
a lot of gay work.
Yeah, really. So we got 2 separate one-on-ones happening at this point, one of which just fell over the other one.
And they're still punching each other on the ground because there's not enough refs to stop it.
One guy is just...
Somebody just punched him over the ref.
The ref is holding the opponent down, which allows the guy on top to just keep swinging unanswered, unprotected blows.
Man, everybody is getting assaulted in this video. It's going from one person to the next. Everybody is having a fight. Everybody that's on both teams...
Yeah, here comes more guys.
...are fucking pounding each other. Holy shit!
One guy came over to actually be like, hey guys, how about we stop fighting? And another guy just tackled.
No, there's 5 more.
At some point,
you posting that yet?
The announcers stopped talking because now the benches are clearing. The announcers stopped talking because they're just like winded. They need a break.
Man, bench against bench. I didn't even know you were allowed to do that.
I don't think you are.
Man, hockey is sweet.
Well, yeah, hockey fights are sweet.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, I mean, hockey fights are sweet.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's debating that. When they're playing the Rocky music. How far are we...
Yeah, that'll do.
Yeah.
I'll post that in a minute on my Twitter as soon as I see it on the Jason Ellis Show Twitter. So check that out. 3 minutes of glory. If you're Canadian, you've probably already seen it.
As we speculated yesterday here on the show, according to page 6, the gossip page on the New York Post, staffers of Wendy Williams' TV show fear for her health after she fainted on live television on Tuesday in that Statue of Liberty costume.
Yeah, that's fair.
A show insider, like I said, maybe she's got a lot of other stuff going on that makes the usual stress of the show, put her over the boiling point. A show insider said staffers are worried about Wendy Williams following a report that her husband cheated on her with a 32-year-old massage therapist.
Oh, no. Aww. That's sad.
Both she and he strongly deny that, and Wendy was like, "Oh, really? I didn't know we were having a problem. We commuted together this morning. I thought you guys would believe that we're okay." But the show insider says she has become very thin recently, and the
She
show
does
staff
look way thinner.
wonders if she is under a lot of personal stress.
I mean, dude, in Nashville, in my hotel room, I don't watch her regularly, but I am a fan, and I saw it, and I said to Katie, man, she looks really thin and almost looked like her face was sunken in a little bit.
Yeah.
It didn't look good.
When you get to a certain age, you can't really lose a certain percentage of your weight because your skin isn't just as elastic as it used to be. You know, if you're 20 and you lose 50 pounds, your face will look just fine. If you're 55 and you lose, 50, I'm not saying she lost 50 pounds, your face is going to look sunken. You'll look gaunt.
I feel sorry for her. That sucks. If it's true, it's really fucking shitty.
Well, her publicist says there's absolutely nothing wrong with her marriage. She was merely suffering from dehydration.
See, I don't know if you can do that. Mm-hmm. I get dehydrated. I just don't know if you can. I don't know if I can. I want to believe her, but I just don't think I can. But wait a minute. If you get a divorce, why do you faint?
Well, it's just that she's not divorced.
Maybe she's not sleeping. I mean, if your
husband... that's what it would be. That's what it would be. Is you're arguing with each other. You like think about. There have been times where we something else could be going on here, literally up until 3 seconds before you go live.
Right.
And if that's really heavy shit, that could totally weigh on you. And yeah, I'm the sort of person who, if I'm anxious, would be prone to not sleeping. And I hate that because I try to. I think we all understand the feeling. Everyone's been there at some point or another. I try to tell my body, listen, body, we're all in this together. We're really, really stressed because we're in a stressful period right now. What we really need to do as a team is get some sleep so that we can attack these problems in the daylight hours as competently as we possibly can.
Right.
My body is making this worse for my brain by refusing to sleep. But obviously, if it were that simple, there would be no such thing as insomnia.
Does she do a show every day?
She's 5 days a week, right?
5 days?
Does she? I don't know. Right. Well, although she wouldn't necessarily be taping 5 days a week, she might be banging out a couple in a day. I don't know. I don't know. She's not on radio anymore, right?
Holy shit! Wait, every day? You're quiet, dude. Sorry. Yeah, it's either way, I hope she's okay. Like I said, I've always liked her. I tried to get her on here. I don't know how, but I like her, and that's the end of that.
I sincerely believe that it would not be an impossibility if this show was based in New York, where she tapes her TV show.
Yeah.
And I would think if this show was in New York at a time that worked for her, that she would be totally willing to do it. That's just my guess.
Yep. Anyway, what else is there?
Okay.
She was doing a play or something, wasn't she? She did a play for a while?
Right, because she was doing that horrible singing, right?
Yes.
It also looks like she's involved in a lot of other TV projects, movie projects, that sort of thing.
Good for her.
Oh.
She produced the Lifetime bio on Aaliyah and a bunch of other stuff.
Dang. Man, hustler.
I miss Aaliyah.
Yeah, that was a bad idea, that flight.
Baby girl.
Should have just waited.
Mm-hmm.
Got a bus.
Yeah, should have made the shitty people in your entourage not get on that plane with you.
Yeah. Or put all that luggage on there, because I heard that was the problem. Anyway.
The Pope Francis.
Yeah, well, who's that?
80-year-old
he's the Pope, right?
Argentinian Pope. Is refreshingly candid at times, sometimes too candid for some traditional...
He didn't do a lap dance in the corner to Tina Turner, did he?
No, he admitted that he's known for praying long periods of time with his eyes closed, and he admitted that when he prays, sometimes he falls asleep.
Yeah? What's wrong with that? That's hardcore praying, if you ask me. Praying yourself unconscious that's metal.
Well, I think that I'm sure people who meditate, like
that's what I was going to say.
Meditate all the time. I'm sure that they would admit to the same thing, right?
Yeah, I've done it. That transcendental shit that just happens sometimes.
Yeah, how would that not happen sometimes? House of Cards will stop production on next season while they figure out what happened with Kevin Spacey. Now, we talked about this, but I thought when we initially talked about it, we had said that they'd already filmed the next season and that would be the last one. This, to me, seems to imply that they had not finished next season, and even finishing it might be in jeopardy.
Yeah, they might just shut the whole thing down.
Yeah.
Well, maybe.
Yeah.
That would be a good idea.
Yeah, I guess so. Again, I do find it weird, and I know that I'm being a stick in the mud, that when people have not been convicted of things that they lose. You know, Harvey Weinstein is banned for life from the Producers Guild.
Yeah, but do you want to watch? I'm not saying it's
right.
different when you post a letter saying you either way. It's not that big of a deal.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Well, then you can just tell. I mean, dude, I really liked him. Yeah, it's weird that I thought he was actually one of the cooler guys. That'd be one of the biggest moments of the show if you had a dude of that caliber on the show, and to know that he speaks like that about certain things has deterred me from being interested in him ever. And I feel like that's the same for everybody. I mean, he's fucking gross. That's gross.
Yeah, I did see that the first release from the Weinstein Company post scandal did, what was it, like $700 in the theater? But I find it very, very hard to believe that it's a horror movie. I think it's an Amityville horror movie, and I find it hard to believe that, like, you don't know what fucking studio made the movie you're going to.
Yeah,
nobody ever knows that. Nobody just wanted to see that movie.
It could get there though. You know, if people talk about it enough, because I think I brought up Miramax, right?
Well, that was their company, and then they lost or sold it, and they just started another one that was also successful, which was the Weinstein Company. So he was Miramax and Weinstein Company.
So Miramax you're allowed to watch now, but not Weinstein?
I suppose so, but I guess it depends on what year the Miramax movie came out.
Fucking gay people eat at Chick-fil-A. Who cares?
Well, there's a book. There's a publisher. I didn't realize there was a Weinstein Company published books, too. And a lot of the stuff that they published was apparently fairly, kind of feminist, and a lot of women work there and stuff, and they're in a really weird pickle where they're like, their name was on the company, but it never had anything to do with the work that we did here. And
couldn't you just say to yourself that it's now the brother anyway? So you know, I mean, there's a good Weinstein and a bad Weinstein.
Well, but do you then have to go? I think it's more about, because I don't think anybody. You know, if I think of my favorite book of all time, I could not tell you who the publisher was. It's just not the way that works. Like record labels, nobody really cares. Unless it's like Death Row or something like that. If it's one of the big ones, nobody even cares. But now you have to feel weird as some lady who's been, you know, the editor-in-chief at Weinstein Publishing to tell everybody where the fuck you work when it didn't have anything to do with you.
Yeah, okay.
You know, that's not cool. That's an unexpected and unfortunate twist of fate. Buying legal marijuana. It's
like blaming the potato chips for Tyrese eating them while he's crying.
You're an innocent bystander.
Right.
Yeah. Buying legal marijuana in California could be unexpectedly expensive, Andrew, when you go to buy one joint. 2 months from today.
Oh shit, Andrew.
On January 1st.
You're gonna go bananas, Andrew. I just wanted to... You love that song. Anyway, yeah, you're gonna get high.
Yeah.
Wait, what is it?
Taxes between customers, retailers, and growers. Taxes on legal cannabis, recreational cannabis here in California may reach as high as 45%.
So wait, marijuana's gonna double in price?
45% would make it, like if it was $2, it would be $3.
Oh.
It's still a lot because it's not $2.
Yeah, no, that changes the face of pot marijuana for the rest of the world.
Well, it kind of does, because it could make legal marijuana so expensive that people continue buying it illegally on the black market.
Ah.
That's the problem.
Well, why do that then?
I don't know.
Why do that? Just keep it the way it is.
Well, they're trying to fund a lot of things with...
Yeah, but you're already making money off it.
I think once there's still going to be a difference between medical marijuana and recreational.
Right.
So if you keep using your medical marijuana card, you'll pay the prices you are paying.
Oh.
This is for like people like Andrew who are afraid to go get
Who refuse to go to the doctor and say I feel a little antsy. Give me a prescription.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's why I said, like, a weed shop
No, that doesn't make sense. Well, you wouldn't get. I don't think that you would get a pre-roll. I think a pre-roll is probably like $5 or $10. Well, what you would do is you buy a gram and then they give you a pre-roll for free. I think you should go with him.
You should definitely go with
him.
Yeah. You're out of your mind if you don't go with him.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think you should go in there by yourself. They might not let you have any.
If only for your peace of mind, because you could smoke the weakest green Mexi joint ever, but when it starts to kick in, because weed kicks in a little different than alcohol does, you could freak yourself out having even smoked the right stuff, thinking you smoked the wrong stuff. But if you just go with Kevin, Kevin's a big pussy too. He won't.
Yeah, if he's not dead, then you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you chuck in on it, then there you go. You've saved yourself some money.
There has been a lot of talk for a little while now about making America great again.
Yeah, but it's not great.
Here's the question. No, America's awesome.
Okay.
The question is, if we're talking about making America great again, it seems like an obvious question. Well, when was America at peak greatness?
Yeah.
What exact greatness are we talking about?
Do we have the answer?
Are we talking about 10 years ago? Are we talking about 70 years ago? Well, when they ask people when was America at its greatest, people wildly disproportionately tend to name the era in which they themselves were teenagers. Glory days.
Yeah.
So all you're really doing, for many people, when they talk about getting things back to the way they used to be, which is to say ought to be, what they're really saying is when shit in the world made sense to me.
Yeah.
When I first made sense of the world, I never really cared to have to, for my views on how the way the world is and the way it works, to ever have to evolve.
Yeah, that's why you've got to make your move, people, because one day nobody will care about you, and then you'll be bitching because you're old and we don't care, and it's not catered for you anymore. It's catered for the youth.
When they asked people, in what year was the country great in the first place, the answers that they got from respondents were spread out over a 70-year period of time. And frankly, they couldn't really be much, it couldn't be much bigger than that. You probably weren't going to find a lot of people of any age who were going to tell you, well, America was really kicking ass in 1881.
Yeah.
That was never going to happen. The answer was always going to be in the 20th century, and that covers a very large portion of it.
Yeah. Well, I reckon now's the best.
There have always been challenging times for every time has always been a little challenging for everyone and very challenging for some, and we don't share challenges evenly, nor have we ever. But yeah, I love the country that I currently live in for all of its obvious warts.
Yep. Mm-hmm. But it's a great time.
Yeah.
Love it.
I find this very interesting. A Japanese company has instituted a new policy whereby employees can get 6 extra days of vacation
by sucking a dick
if they do not smoke cigarettes.
That's awesome.
Here's the reason. It's not for a health reason. I love this because I this has been a little pet peeve of mine for a long time. The company is based on the 29th floor of an office in Tokyo, and the way they estimate it, every cigarette break an employee takes at least 15 minutes because you can't smoke in the office. So just to go to the street, smoke, and come back up. And I don't know if Japan is quite as crazy as China, but you will still find some like old school like chain smokers in that culture. And it's true. It's always been kind of weird that if I went to my boss and said, hey man, I'm just going to go fucking take a walk, that would be a weird thing to do. If I said I'm going to do it 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 times a day, I'd probably lose my job. But if you're a cigarette smoker, you just get a pass on that.
Yeah, it's weird that you get a pass on it. I didn't know you got a pass on it. You can just say I'm going to have a smoke?
Nobody's going to stop you from doing it. I would tend to think at least, so let's assume you have one right before you go in.
Man, I blew it. I should have smoked when I had normal jobs.
Yeah, like let's assume you're going to have one right before you go in, one, and as soon as you get out, 1 or 2 on your lunch break. I think it would be pretty unusual for them to not let you smoke at least once during the morning period of work and once in the afternoon. Man. The reason why I became aware of this is because my sister and I were both waiters And I used to take smoke breaks, and a lot of waiters, at least then, smoked. But my sister's never smoked ever in her entire life. And one time she had one boss who said, hey, if you ever want to just disappear for a minute and clear your head, feel free, because you don't smoke, and it's not fair that the smokers get to do that.
Wow!
And I thought that was so incredibly perceptive and open-minded and understanding. And so that's why this story struck a chord with me. Yeah. Yep. Some Australians lost $500,000 on a game show because they were unable to answer the question, what is the capital of New Zealand?
Auckland.
That's what I say, right?
Is it?
Let me find out. Also, it's 520,000 New Zealand dollars.
Wait, how did they lose it? I thought you meant that they didn't have it in the first place, right?
I think it was.
There's no game show in New Zealand where if you get the question wrong, they empty your bank account.
Well, yeah, there is. It's Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, where you keep building and building and building, but then you can either say at a certain point, I'm good with the money and I'll walk away with it, but if you keep on risking it, you risk everything.
Yeah, but before you showed up to the show, that wasn't your money, right?
Well, that is true. No. Nobody is taking $1 million out of their bank
right.
account.
Okay.
So let's see. They were asked, what is the capital city of New Zealand? Auckland, Christchurch, Wellington, and Queenstown. It's got to be Auckland, right?
That's what. It's not. Is it Christchurch? It's not. It's Wellington. Oh, wow.
Wow. Okay. Well, I would have lost $500,000 too.
But you're saying they were in.
But they're from Australia. You would expect that Australians more.
I don't know. Yeah, no, you would expect them to know more than an American, but still, they don't pay that much attention to them.
Right.
It's kind of like, Mexico.
Right.
What's the state of Mexico? The capital of Mexico?
Is it not Mexico City?
Yeah, right. That sucks. But that's cheating because it's called Mexico City. It has to be Mexico City.
What's the capital of Canada?
Alberta.
I don't think so, right? Isn't the government in Toronto?
See?
Ottawa.
Man, Ottawa. Man, that's a... Wow.
Yeah, okay, well, I take back everything I said about
See?
Yeah,
get off.
Right.
We don't know nothing.
Nobody cares about anybody.
My new podcast by myself will be out after the show. Enjoy it. Thanks, everybody, for being a part of the show. Don't die.